post it. Making fun of anime is half the reason of, let's see, I watch you though. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you know, I had to very carefully choose my words when I was making that video, because I noticed in the comments section a lot of people, I don't know if they're messing with me, but a lot of people are like, and I almost think it's like bots or something like that, because every once in a while I'll get a comment saying, oh, this anime looks very good. I might watch this. Thank you for the recommendation. I'll be like, no, you didn't watch the video, or you're messing with me at that point. Because like I know a lot of you are just there for the recommendations. And if you want a recommendation, go ahead and watch Round Vernian Vifom. It's a mecha anime from the 1980s. I have a script that I'm working on doing like just a regular recommendation for that anime. However, it's strange. It seems like regular anime reviews have kind of fallen by the wayside. Would you agree with that? I mean, like, if I want to do a video, I'm gonna do a video, but it's kind of like hard to sell people on this anime is very good, watch it, versus this anime is the worst thing I've ever seen, don't watch it. Like, negativity is way easier to sell to people. So a lot of the anime that I want to talk about, like, they're good, but they're not the best anime of all time. I like Vifom. It's a bunch of kids in outer space trying to find their parents because they're all orphans. It's like a war story. Originally, it was like the original idea for Gundam before they made Gundam. They wanted to adapt to like Jules Verne's story, like I forget the Jules Verne story that Vifom is based off of. But, you know, they wanted to just throw a bunch of kids into outer space and have them, you know, fighting mecha and stuff. And they used that idea for Gundam. And then, like, 3 years later, Sunrise was like, you know what, let's go back to the original idea for Gundam that we didn't use. And then, I don't think Tomino had anything to do with the series, but it's good. And, nobody has done a review on Vifom, which I'm very, very surprised about. Because they did a sequel series that's kind of like this interquel in the 1990s, and they did a bunch of OVAs, and it's like well-loved in Japan, and I love it too, but it's not as entertaining to say, oh hey, I love this anime for these and these reasons. I'll probably do it eventually, but it's hard. So if you guys are like wondering why I haven't done a regular review in a while, it seems like most of the people on the Patreon, they want me to do a video on public access anime. Because I don't know if you guys saw that video that I did on just anime restoration in general. You know, why anime just keeps on disappearing off of the face of the earth. And everybody in the comment section of that was like, what is this public access anime show that you started the video with and you ended it with? In my head, I thought everybody knew what KTEH, you know, that PBS public access anime channel was for a couple of years. And I just thought it was a cool thing to put into the video because it was like thematically appropriate and it was funny. Apparently you guys don't know what that is. So, you know, maybe that'll be the next video. But see, you know what I mean? Like that's if a video is called public access anime off the air but not forgotten, that's a good generalized video. I can make maybe 30 minutes long or something like that. But if I make a video called Vifom Mattered, I'm not sure as many people are gonna care. It's weird. You guys want to hear about like lost media, but you don't want to get recommendations, which sucks. But yeah, maybe I'll just do it anyway. Any Yakuza Mafia content? Well, somebody asked me about that. The 1970s Doraemon anime, and I couldn't say this in the video because there's certain words that you have to avoid, otherwise you get demonetized. But during a stream, I guess it's okay. So when I was talking about the company that made Shadar and how they changed their name 3 times, the story behind the 1970s Doraemon, why that disappeared, is like apparently, okay, so like the creator of Doraemon, he okayed the 1970s Doraemon to go on TV. As it's airing, the head of the company, right, the big boss man, whoever he was, he just disappeared. He took all the money that was given to them for Doraemon, and then he just went like to Barbados or something, and he disappeared off the face of the earth. Now, why I think that was a Yakuza operation is, one, the company went out of business immediately after, so that's very shady. They changed their name 3 times. Anime companies shouldn't be changing their names 3 times. And I didn't say this in the video, but they found this guy as a gun runner in the Philippines in the 1980s. Now you understand why I couldn't mention that in the video. I would have been demonetized. And that's the only time that anybody has ever heard of what happened to the head of that company. I would like Kenny's thoughts on something that's actually good, like Lane. Well, somebody asked me about that. I was on this podcast called The Weeb Crew, I believe. Or Weeb Sec or something like that. Something like that. And, you know, they asked me, they're like, are you gonna be talking about Serial Experiments Lane? I'm gonna be like, yeah, what context could I possibly give to that anime? Like, everybody knows about it. It's the same reason why I don't want to talk about Evangelion. It's like, what spin could I possibly put on it that people don't, like, you guys know about Lane, you guys know about Ava. You don't know about Kentoshi, you know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like when you're making a video, you need to bring something to the table. Either your editing is very good, or the information that you're presenting is valuable, or, you know, it's comedy. And anything in between that is just kind of like, well, you know, you're running the same ground as a lot of other people. Don't get me wrong, I love Lane, as we all do. But if I want to do a Lane video, it's gotta be something with meat to it, and it's gotta be from an angle of like, interesting stuff. What is the deepest lore on Lane? You know, do I start getting into, like all the craziness behind the philosophy behind it? Do I talk about, like, you know, the theory about, like, I don't know. I don't even want to spoil it. What could I possibly talk about? People have talked about the PS1 game. People have talked about, I guess there's a bunch of interviews in, like, Animage or Animerica magazine. There's the blog from the guy who made the anime where he's talking about it in Japanese on his website. Maybe I could dive into that a little bit. I could possibly talk about, like, Alice in Cyberland, which is the anime that was so bad it was canceled after, like, 2 episodes, that uses a couple of concepts from Lane. It would have to be something with meat. I don't want to just be like, hey, this is a good anime for these reasons, maybe go and watch that. Other people have done that, and I feel like I would be wasting people's time, you know? I spent a $20 chat that was missed. It was a bit mushy, so it really adds nothing. Keep up the good work, dude. Well, thank you very much, Spiral Overlord. I appreciate it, man. I mean, in trying to do it's so cringe to say, like, trying to be a YouTuber is hard. Oh man, like, YouTuber life is so difficult, isn't it, you guys? Give me money. I have bills to pay. But, like, I've been seeing so many channels just get, like, disappeared overnight. And I don't know why. I feel like a lot of channels right now, maybe they're under higher scrutiny? Is that, like, a hot take to say that? A lot of the channels that I watch, they either have a lot of their videos just disappear overnight. By the way, if you guys don't have, like, extra terabyte hard drives to archive YouTube videos, I would recommend you do that. Because I have, like, a, I don't know, 2 terabyte hard drive where I back up all of the YouTube videos that I like just in case they disappear overnight. And every couple of months, I'll see, like, my liked videos playlist will say, oh, hey, like 40 of your videos are hidden because they no longer exist. And when I look up what videos disappeared, YouTube won't tell me what videos disappeared. This just says, like, 40 videos unavailable. So yeah, get in the habit of backing up stuff that you like, because you don't even know what's missing. You know, that's the new hotness. The Lensman video is on the 2nd channel. The reason that I moved that is it's just, like, hilariously out of date now. Most of the Lensman TV show is now available. So for one, most of it's not lost media anymore. It kind of doesn't make sense to have a video saying, oh, you can't watch this, when no, actually you can watch this. People tracked down a bunch of Betamax recordings of it from, like, tape traders, which I'd like to get into. So, like, on that angle, it's out of date, doesn't really work. And also I was wrong in a couple of facts. And I just feel like it's not as good as I could have made it, and I would like to remake it at some point. You know, standards. What can you do? Cage the Elephant did say they ain't no rest for the wicked. Thank you very much, ADub64. Yeah, you know, you gotta grind it out. But you also gotta make videos good. Dopey Dragon donated $2, says, collab with Marty, do a Galvion video. I wanted to collaborate with Marty on that video about that Tatsunoko anime. About those people that were traveling out into outer space that has like a scene where like an old man and a puppy dog get like evaporated by acid. It's so like shocking to watch that anime, and you watch it and you're like, what was this, for kids? And then they never re-released it, so maybe I'll have a video with Marty at some point where I'll make a video like with some sensational title like, this anime was so shocking they never re-released it. Because that's how you have to do YouTube videos. It's gotta be presentable. I can't just say the nearly lost Tatsunoko anime and then the name of the anime. Nobody's gonna pay attention. It sucks. Sucks having to come up with YouTube titles. It was so much easier when nobody was subscribed to me. I could just be like, oh yeah, here's Armor Hunter Melolink. It was a pretty good anime. Maybe go watch that, which I will still do at some points. I gotta cover Vodoms. Or Dogram. Or maybe something even older than that Ryusuke Takahashi has done. Let's see, what else we got? There will probably be a lot of people dedicated to dumping a lot of our content to newer forms of storage that might even be impervious. Well, I would say if you really want to make something impervious to being lost media, you gotta, as they used to say, keep spreading the tapes, keep sharing the tapes. Cause like, there was this idea, like back in the day when people only had VCRs, I know, so old. But there was this idea back in the day where it's like if you wanted something to persist, it needed to be copied over to like as many VHS tapes as humanly possible. I know at least in the like Mystery Science Theater 3000 days, that's how it was done. You would just record every single episode and then you would duplicate it and you would give it to your friend, and there were tape trading circles for that sort of thing. But that was really not performed all that well with anime, which is a shame. And I've tried to like track down stuff from those days, and we like all of us threw it all away. We didn't think anybody would care about it. Calcium says, I haven't stopped thinking about Ava for the past decade, and I feel it disappeared. It disappeared. Go ahead and say it in the comments. Ross Wolf says, $2. How much money to get you to cosplay as Chargeman Ken? I am always Chargeman Ken. I am never not Chargeman Ken. That anime has been burned into my eyes like the high score on a pinball machine. I'm never not watching it. George E donated $14, says, videos with footage and thumbnails that you can't use due to YouTube. Would original version videos be possible on platforms like Floatplane? I've never heard of that website. But I will look into it. Sage donated $5. Thank you very much, Sage. I've been looking into, like, here's the thing. I only started up the Twitter account because people were like, well, if my channel gets demonetized, maybe you guys should know about it as a backup, notification thing. And then my channel did get demonetized. So I'm very grateful that I had that set up, because you guys complained to YouTube, and within a week or so, I got it back. But now people are saying, well, maybe you should start up like a Twitch, just in case both YouTube and the Twitter go down. I can't foresee a situation where that would ever happen. But I feel like just to have all of my eggs not in two baskets, maybe I should start up a Twitch channel. I don't know. I'll play God Hand or Solitaire. I don't know. What are people streaming on Twitch? I don't know. What's the hotness? Whatever it is, I'm not gonna play it. I'm gonna be playing what I like. Maybe I'll play that Gunbuster PS2 game or something. But yeah, maybe I'll branch over into that. It's just like as a backup too. I don't like Twitch. There's no discoverability on that website. But yeah, maybe I should. A friend of mine, what he used to do, and I don't even remember the name of the site, but what he used to do is he found, like, I think it was like this Chinese streaming service that allowed you to multicast YouTube videos on both YouTube and this other website at the same time. And he was like, Kenny, you gotta get in on this. Nobody is on this website. And he was always like on the front page of the website because it was only like him and 3 other people were streaming. So he was like the #1 streamer on this site that nobody used. And I kind of love that. If you're on a website that only you and 2 other people use it, you have 100% of the audience. So, Ellen Yaya donated $10. Glad to see you're still alive. First, how's the grill? Take care of your teeth. I lost a tooth. You guys are not gonna like hearing that, but I have 1 less tooth now. There was no way to save it. So what they did is, like, my tooth chipped in half, right? And I went to a dentist. The dentist drilled into my jaw 3 different times and said, "Oh, hey, Kenny, I'm not a good dentist. I screwed up. And no charge, but you now have 3 extra holes in your tooth." I went to a second guy who had good reviews, and that guy, he said I could attempt to do a root canal, but it would have to be like the most precarious thing that ever happened. And he was like, you know what? This would only last for like maybe 5 years if we did a root canal. It's better just to pull the thing. So yeah, I'm waiting on my jaw to heal up because they did a bone graft. I know this is disgusting, but you know, I gotta talk about my personal life at least a little bit on YouTube. So we're waiting somewhere between 4 to 6 months to see if the bone graft like heals over correctly, and then they're gonna physically drill a fake tooth into my jaw. Yeah, YouTube doesn't pay much, by the way. Do you understand that? There's no dental plan on YouTube, so yeah, that's lawsuit worthy. I didn't want to pursue it. It was just not. It was not worth it. It was just not worth it. Yeah, I don't even have money for lawsuits. Like, that's how poor I am. I watch anime on VHS. Do you understand where I'm coming from? I barely pay my bills. In order for me to live just completely off of YouTube, I'd have to, you know, you'd have to be giving me like $1 million Patreon dollars. Be sure to donate on Patreon, guys. Be sure to subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell. I hate YouTube. Don't you guys hate YouTube so much? Yeah, I'd have to be making like giguck money in order for this to be a full-time thing. I'm trying really hard, but it's a fine balancing act between making the videos not soulless and making them like within a window where YouTube won't like say, oh hey, this guy only uploads every month or so, let's not push any of his videos. Because like the way that it works is like you'll put out a video, right? If that video does well, it will recommend all of your previous videos. But if you wait more than like a couple of weeks, YouTube will be like, okay, this video has now cooled down and we won't recommend any of your older videos anymore. It sucks, but it's like this Reaganomics type trickle-down economy, you know, where you got one video and it's like, oh yeah, this will recommend everything below it. There's this one guy that does like video game videos, and he's like convinced up and down that if one of your videos is doing good, if you upload another good video, it'll just stop recommending the other one. So it's this balancing act. It's really weird. Like, YouTube doesn't want you to put out too many good videos at the same time, but they don't want you to take too long off. It's like this weird balancing act that I've been noticing. So yeah, it sucks. You guys don't want to hear any of that. Yeah, I'm too lazy to make content that often, yeah. And here's the thing, like, I don't want to just put out videos just because I know that, like, the channel will do worse. I want them to be good. I want to do a video on public access anime, and I'm already formulating a script for that. You know, if you guys didn't notice that Lane Twitter post where I posted the 9/11, like, broadcast of Serial Experiments Lane, like, the day after it aired, like, that's the stuff you guys want to hear about, but in order for me to make, like, a proper video on public access anime, I have to be like, okay, where are all the recordings of this? What anime did they air? When did it air? That kind of stuff. And it's from, like, a historical context, it's very hard to fact-check all that. Because there's, like, one guy who recorded any of these public airings on PBS, and if you gotta do it right, because these videos, ideally, they gotta be out forever, and if you screw them up, then you got like a Lensman type situation where I make too many mistakes, and then I get sad about it, and I delete the video, because it's like not actually, you know, factual. So yeah, it's hard. It takes a while. Give me a second. I didn't disappear. I was just thinking about something. Let's see. The Lensman video was awesome, though. Yeah, but it was wrong in a lot of aspects. Like, I had all of these people in the comments that were like, no, George Lucas did not rip off Lensman. When literally in like the prototype script of Star Wars, he talks about like the evil villains and what would become Star Wars. And I think he talks about them using the exact same term as the evil villains from Lensman. And it's like, I have to say that and point that out, otherwise people are going to be like calling me out on my stuff. You know, Star Wars is made out of a lot of different things. It drew inspiration from all sorts of stuff, including Lensman. And I have to like have sources to back up these claims, otherwise I'm gonna wake up and they're gonna be like, oh no, he did not rip off Lensman. Where's your source on this? And then I gotta pull out scripts and stuff like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Star Wars, but it's, you know, people are really, really picky about Star Wars stuff. Nintendo, we donate $5. When most anime YouTubers say like the old anime, they usually mean anime made before 2010 and no older than 2000. Yeah. Because I was thinking about doing a video on something a little bit more contemporary. There's this anime that you guys have probably never heard of, which is most of the anime that I talk about, called Allison and Lilia. And it's an anime about people flying planes in the countryside. It's very relaxing. It's by the same person who did Kino's Journey, right? And I want to talk about that because that's from, I think, like 2003 or 2004, somewhere in the 2000s. But I don't know if that's so modern that I might get, like, claims for it. You know? Like, you wonder why I'm talking about, like, anime that are in magazines that are only mentioned, like, a single time. And it's because, like, that's the only safe stuff to talk about. I can't do, like, a retrospective on Dirty Pair unless it's just a bunch of screenshots. And I think that would be kind of boring. Just show you screenshots of an anime. So my main point is, yeah, Allison and Lilia, I believe that's from, like, 2007. Most people would consider that an old anime, and to me, that's kind of a modern anime. You know, my world kind of ended in, somewhere from 2000 to 2007. Everything after that is all just a blur. You know, after cell phones came out, like, there's no interesting things that happened in between now and then. It all just kind of blurs together. When I was growing up, you know, we had all of these TV shows and movies that were like, oh, the future's gonna be great. Everything's all optimistic, you guys. Everything's gonna be awesome. You know, I can't wait for, you know, we're gonna party like it's 1999. 2000's gonna be great. And then you grow up and it's just like, you know, everything's just like worse every single year on year, you know? Okay. Yeah. What do we got here? I'd watch that retrospective and understand why you can only use screenshots. Well, here, if I want to talk about Dirty Pair, I want to talk about, like, the fringe stuff around Dirty Pair. I want to talk about all of the artwork that they have of Dirty Pair people dressing up like the Dirty Pair. I want to talk about, like, that. There's, like, a college-made fan short of Dirty Pair based off of the light novel, or I believe it's a book. You call it a book. That Dirty Pair is based off of that predates the anime. I want to talk about that stuff. I want to talk about, you know, I live in the weeds. I'm way, way off the main road. You know, if you've seen my channel, you know the approach that I like to take. And good videos like that, they take some time. They take time and effort. You know, gotta make it good. I feel like in the 2000s, news and stuff was a lot more about random things like space, dinosaurs, and stuff. Yeah. You know, you had interesting stuff going on. Now you turn on the news, it's all depressing. One of my favorite videos to buy is old college video projects. Yeah, I actually prefer artwork for the American Dirty Pair to the original. Dirty Pair is one of those series where I like pretty much every design that they've done. I like the original one that they had for the books. I like the Dark Horse comic designs. I like the one that they used in the 1980s. I even like that reboot that they did recently. It would be so hard to screw up the Dirty Pair. You know, Dirty Pair Flash also looks pretty good, in my opinion. It's different, doesn't mean it's necessarily bad. But yeah, the 1980s one is the classic. Pro tip, don't watch the news. Yeah, I stopped watching TV in like 2009, I believe, is when they switched over from analog to digital, I just stopped watching TV altogether after that. You know, I got YouTube. What do I need TV for? $5 from Ellen Yaya. Would you, let's see, what would your reaction be if you found out your home planet was just destroyed? God, what do they say? Oh my God. Like that's how they said it. Is that what you want? Oh my God. It's so like flat, the delivery in that you're talking about the golf course scene, right? Kenny, are we the same person? I don't know. Are you me? Are we all Kenny? What year did something stop watching anime? I mean, I still watch anime. I watched, what did I watch recently? Mostly fishing anime. I mean, I watched Tabo, Nishimura. That was cool. Cute girls doing cute fishing stuff. Which seems to be like a recurring theme with modern anime. What's that anime about the girl on the Honda? What was it called? Super Cub, the anime? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? There's a lot of very specific, there's like a genre right now where they're just, you know, they're just advertising hobbies with anime characters doing hobbies now, which is kind of, you know, it's kind of interesting. It's better than the isekai stuff, I would say. However, Isekai Oji-san is like an anime made specifically about me. So I've been enjoying that. And yeah, Guardian Heroes. Very underrated. So underrated. But you know, it's easy to say something's underrated when like the Sega Saturn copy of that game is like $500 in the box, maybe more. I hope Isekai Oji-san talks about Monster World 4 at some point. That's another underrated one. And maybe Pulse Man. You know? Maybe that's why I'm doing YouTube videos about anime in my 30s. Because I grew up with the Sega Genesis, and from that point on, there was just no help. There was no hope. There was no hope for me. Speaking of new anime, Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer is utterly depressing. I've read the manga to that. Why, is the anime really, really bad? What about doing videos on anime that are relatively obscure in most of the world, but cultural icons in other countries like Sombrita and Shadar? Shadar isn't like culturally relevant. It never made like big waves in the anime world, but it is weird because it's like if a Hanna-Barbera cartoon aired all over the world and then it just disappeared one day. By the way, I'm not into making update videos, but we have basically, I think, all of Shadar now. There's a bootleg Italian DVD that somehow appeared out of nowhere. I don't know how it happened, but in my opinion, what must have happened is they either had a bunch of like film reels that they never returned from like some broadcast studio, and they used those to make like Betamax copies in Italy, or after the company dissolved, they probably sold all of their assets to some company in Italy. But for some reason, we have basically, I believe, all of Shadar now. And if that's the case, then the 1970s Doraemon could show up some way. You know, theoretically. Gonna get that Pulseman reference in Oji-san. We better. We better. Wamp, wamp, wamp. Andres 0082 just subscribed. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy me losing my mind talking about anime that are so cheap that you question if reality is bending in on itself. That's always fun. Or, you know, just anime history, whatever I think is cool. I do videos about stuff that I think is interesting. And I thought people needed to see Kentoshi, because that was a special kind of anime. There's bad anime, and then there's like anime are so bad that you look at them and you're like, oh god, this needs to be a video probably. There needs to be like a public service announcement about how you should avoid this one at all costs. Because like I was looking at it and it would always pop up on auction sites. It was being like avoided like the plague. Like it was a landmine that I stepped on by accident. Just somebody, like everybody knew but me. I wasn't in on the fact that was basically the worst anime of all time. Still feel ripped off. It was 1 yen. And no shipping, by the way, because I ordered a bunch of tapes with it and they combined shipping. So technically it was exactly 1 yen. I didn't pay any shipping on that either. Yeah, Kentoshi didn't even exist until I watched it. I know there were VHS tapes on Google, but I feel like it time traveled back in time and retroactively inserted itself back into the timeline. El Yaya says, I just watched the movie Dope, and there is an Akira nod. What other media pay homage to the bike scene? I guarantee you there's probably like an Akira sliding, like, wiki. There has to be. Somebody must have compiled every single time that that's happened. Yeah, that was so weird. You know what's another thing that I wasn't able to properly convey in the review? Is the amount of reused animation in the anime is disorienting. In what way is it disorienting? Well, OVA 1 starts with just like the main character punching a punching bag, and it ends the same way that it begins. So there was a point where I thought I like zoned out and the tape had rewound itself. I legitimately thought when I was watching that, I'm like, oh, what? Did the anime start over from the beginning? And then I look at it, I'm like, no, they just reused the beginning to end it. It is the cheapest thing that has possibly ever been constructed by human hands. Lucas Martino donated $2. What is your dream US Blu-ray release? Dream US Blu-ray release. Something that has never come out in English on Blu-ray, fully restored. Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I already have Kino's Journey, and I already have Galaxy Express 39 and Mushishi. Okay, how about this? The complete series of every single Moomins anime, including the Lost one, on Blu-ray, scanned from the original film negatives in 4K. That is something I would love to see. Get me all of Moomins. Why can I not watch all of Moomins? Why do I need to buy a Japanese Laserdisc box set? I can't even watch it in English. And to be fair, there's a Moomins anime channel on YouTube. Just watch it there. But there's a whole like secondary Moomin series that's completely lost. Nobody has it. Have I ever seen Mononoke? Yeah, love Mononoke. That whole episode where they're at sea and they have the Umibozu, voiced by Wakamoto, where he's saying, what do you fear? Oh, God, I love that stuff. I love it. It's a little bit too Japanese for some people because it's very deep in the yokai myths and lore, which is, a lot of it is lost on people because what would be common knowledge in Japan is not for English audiences. But yeah, God, I love Mononoke. Love it. And I love that it's coming back. They're doing like a movie or something now, aren't they? $10 from Give An and Alt. People like me also... it should pop up. It should pop up on the screen. If it doesn't, stick around. Okay, people like me, also, it's existential. You're talking about people not knowing what things are hundreds of years from now and not playing Pikmin 2. Go to Blockbuster, get a VHS tape. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It makes me feel weird where... Do you guys do this? Where you'll buy anime on VHS off of eBay, and you'll purposely go out of your way to get the copy of the anime. Like I'm sitting on a VHS tape for Wannabes from the 1990s on VHS, right? And I had the chance to get like a regular copy of that, or I could get the one that has the big old Hollywood video sticker on it, that also has that little sticker in the corner that says absolutely not for kids. That little bit of history, that little sticker is so important to me to have that thing. Local Disc says, I want this donation to be put towards Kenny Lauderdale's OVA. Man, it disappeared. There's got to be some setting to have those things up for longer, but I couldn't read it. But I think, let me have some water. Stumbling over my own words here because I'm not drinking enough water. Give me a second here. my main point is I like the VHS tapes that have they have that grit to it. You know, they're dirty. They got permanent marker on them. They got stickers on them. Those are the ones with personality. They have a little bit of a story to tell. Only VHS I own is Cowboy Bebop, and it's got a Value Village sticker on it. Well, that's how you know it's good. That's a unique piece of history you got there. No worries, I wasn't planning on sticking around, just decided to drop in and give it a little bit of support. Well, if you really want to support me, and I know it's cringe to even bring this up, throw a buck on Patreon my way. Because, like, that's my lifeline to pay my rents and my utilities, so I don't lose all my teeth, too, would also be nice. Every penny helps, but this whole YouTube thing, it's kind of precarious. Who knows if YouTube will even be around a year from now? You never know. I've never played Pikmin 2, but it's one of my favorite franchises. Are you playing the GameCube version? I am playing with a GameCube controller. My GameCube controller is plugged into the Nintendo Wii U Super Smash Bros. Adapter. Then I have that plugged into my computer through USB, right? And then I'm using a emulator to emulate it. So the controller rumbles when I'm playing it. It's really amazing. It's like I'm playing a GameCube. It's the controller. And, the Nintendo GameCube is very easily emulated. It's basically, the exact same thing as playing it on the GameCube. I would like to play it on a CRT, ideally, with like a retro tank, but that thing's like $500. I'm not gonna pay $500 just to make the YouTube stream slightly better. But yeah, this is my compromise, basically. Okay, come on. Okay, come on, where is it? Okay, alright, come on, come on, come on. Got him. Sorry if I missed much, but are you using an emulator? I am. This is the Dolphin emulator for computers. The old adapter chain, yes sir. God, I love the textures in this game. Can I hold on a second? Let me go ahead and get this all where it needs to go. But I love the textures in this game. Look at this. These are all pulled from like a Nintendo. There's like a CD out there that you can find this exact texture in a higher resolution. All of these GameCube games from this time, they're all pulling textures from this like public picture library, I guess, and you see this pop up so often. It has a very, very unique feel to it. Actual mulch, yep, or straw, I think is what it is. Oh man, I love Potapon. Oh, thank you. 25 bucks, Patreon. Mayo Nasal Spray donated 25 bucks. Thank you. Thank you. That is really helping me meet my, my anime needs. It's weird. Like, you want to watch an anime, right? Turns out I need to rent a house or an apartment just to watch anime. Now, does that sound unreasonable to you? And then I gotta pay rent. Electricity on top of that to power my VCR. That's unbelievable the cost it is to watch anime these days. They expect you to like own things and pay for like rents. It's ridiculous. But yeah, honestly, thank you so much. I'm gonna see if I can get some bonus videos for Patreon, but they have to be things that wouldn't work as their own videos. Like, as an example, I have a video idea for just ridiculous lore on the Laughing Salesman that I have all written up already. Just stuff like the PSAs and all the the deepest lore on the Laughing Salesman. Hell, I could call the video Laughing Salesman lore. You guys are already on the Patreon. I know you're gonna watch it. I don't need to come up with some stupid YouTube name for it. But I'm trying to come up with some bonus content, because I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I'm trying to be a full-time YouTuber now. So hopefully, one video every 3 weeks. Like, ideally, I want to make it one video every 2 weeks, but that's gonna be hard. I don't want to make soulless videos, you know what I mean? Video bloopers, director's cuts, maybe. Maybe. Do you receive the money from these stickers, or does that go straight to YouTube? The Super Chat stickers, I get like half of it, is what it is. Good luck to you, Kenny. It's hard out there making it, yeah. And again, it's cringe. I don't even like bringing it up. Oh, yeah, YouTube is hard. You know, it's so stupid. It really is. Kenny, you demand. Hey, that's good. Thanks for you. I appreciate it. I hope I'm actually, like, giving you guys value out of this. Do I offer something that other people on YouTube are not? I'd like to think that I'm offering a little bit of a spin. You know, whether it's comedy, or it's deepest lore, or it's some history video, or just some kind of weird, obscure thing that only I think I'm interested in. I'd like to think that I'm offering something different. But if I ever go over the edge, I think I kind of pushed it a little bit too far with the Kentoshi video. But I'm the man who reviewed Charge Man Ken after watching it 5 times in a row, so I'd say that's still on image. You know, it's funny you mentioned Ross, because I wanted to message him about a video where we're both talking at the same time. Like, here's the thing, he doesn't have a Twitter account. He's old school like I am. I only have a Twitter account because, like, I needed a backup thing to notify you guys if my channel was gonna get deleted, right? He doesn't even have a Twitter account. And I would like to do a collaboration with him. If you guys know how to get in contact with Ross, Ross is also a person who values archiving things, keeping up anime, video games, music, books, what have you, available to people for generations to come. He values those things, and I respect him a lot for that. And I kind of feel like we're cut from the same cloth, me and Ross, you know, and it's not just because we both sound the same, but if he wants to do a collaboration video, let him know. That would be funny, because you guys think we sound exactly alike. And if we were to make, like, a video that you can't tell who's talking, that would be, like, the ultimate, like, YouTuber joke. That would be hilarious. Well, you know, Ross has Ross's Game Dungeon, and I have Crazy Kenny's Anime Shack, you know, and Discount Firework Outlet Store. Yeah. Here's the thing, like, he names his videos the same way that I name my streams, too. There's something, like, intrinsically funny to, like, taking something like anime, which generally to most people don't care about anime, right? You care about anime. I care about anime, right? But taking something like anime or video games and, like, making it like, Ross's Game Dungeon. And I'm always like, Kenny's Anime Shack. Or, like, even back in the day, like in the AOL days and, like, when GeoCities was still around, you would have sites like, the Anime Web Turnpike. I kind of feel like there's something inherently funny about naming something like Kenny's Anime and Discount Firework Outlet Store. A physical location where you can get something like anime is always just hilarious to me in my mind. And I feel like Ross probably came to the exact same conclusion. I didn't even watch his videos until somebody pointed out that we're very, very similar. So yeah, if you can get in contact with him, yeah, I don't mind, even if it's just one sentence. You know, saying something funny on his channel, whatever. He's probably into the same stuff I'm into. 100 sec from Local Disc. Preservation and tone, you could expand into other topics, I would say, if those two remain. Yeah, I mean, that's what I tried to do with, like, those Sukeban videos, but it seems like you guys are mostly here for anime, so I'm trying to branch into other things. Derb donated $5, $5 Australian. Do you like Dead Leaves? What, the OVA where it looks like it's fully coolie? I got nothing wrong with Dead Leaves, but I'm not like a huge fan of Dead Leaves. It almost feels kind of, it's good, but it's not like a 10 out of 10. It's not something I would recommend, but it's something that I would say, yeah, you know, if you got some time, watch it. It's very stylish, I'll say that. I'm not just here for anime, anything 20th century entertainment. Yeah, I was talking about this earlier, like, what I care about kind of ended with the 20th century. I just don't care about anything that came out like past 2007, 2009 or so. Banana Shrimp donated $4 through Super Chat. Thank you very much, Banana Shrimp. I'll put that through some VHS tape laundering. Banana Shrimp donated $4 through Super Chat again. Wow. Well, 20. I guess you wanted to hear your name twice. Thanks a bunch. Let's see. Have I watched Red Bard's videos? Red Bard. That sounds familiar. Did they do like a bunch of anime convention videos? Am I thinking of the right channel? Tell me if I'm thinking the right thing, because they did. I think they did a video on Macross 7. You know. If I have the wrong channel in mind, then. But yeah, I saw that Macross 7 video. I think it's the right channel. They did History of the Yowie paddle, didn't they? So to answer your question, yeah, I've seen a few of Red Bard's videos, but they generally don't talk about Lost Media, and they've only done one review, I think. And I really only know them because of that Macross 7 video, which, by the way, somehow Macross 7 is finally coming out in America. Can you believe that? It only took like, what, like over 2 decades for that to come out? Us Macross fans, I swear, we're the most like patient fans of all time. Derb donated $5 Australian. I like that it looks like a moving manga. Anything else that you recommend like that? Something that looks like a moving manga. Something that looks like a moving manga. Rarity Dorama donated $5. Says, does Kunio-san Chino Mojotachi exists? Not anime. I wouldn't know. That doesn't sound familiar to me. Mumblecore Max pledged $5 via Patreon. Thank you very much, Mumblecore Max. You're helping me make my dream of talking about anime, like the complete social outcast that I am, a reality. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it, but that's the dream, and I'm working towards it. Thank you very much. Okay, so let me see here. I already went through here, right? So do I need blue Pikmin for this? So if I need blue Pikmin for this, I can't actually... Yeah, you know what? I have to go to a different area, I believe, because I can't get blue Pikmin from this. Alright, I have to be in a different room. Didn't Crunchyroll buy Right Stuff? They did. I hope they don't buy Discotech. If they buy Discotech, then that's going to be very depressing. Anime is becoming extremely... What's the right word for this? Centralized? All the anime is coming from one place? Is that the correct term to use? Stephen James donated 370 yen through Super Chats. Hey, I could get 370 copies of Kentoshi for that. Thanks. Appreciate it, my man. Consolidated, yeah. Max Stevens donated $5 Canadian. You can find info in the footer on his website. Same name as his channel. Well, I will go ahead and look into that. Thank you very much for the tip. Monopolized is the word. Well, here's the thing. I think that's part of why my channel works, right? Most of the stuff that I talk about is it either doesn't exist, it barely exists, or it's like so obscure that they can't even license it. So there's, I guess, an advantage. You could say I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just the stuff that's so on the fringe that they can't even license it tends to be the stuff that I'm into. So, will I do a Dirty Pair video? If I do a Dirty Pair video, it has to be really long and I'd have to cover a bunch of stuff. So, it'll happen eventually. I'm not making like promises, but I feel like that could be a video at some point. Have I ever visited my local thrift store to find lost anime? That's how I find TV recordings, so yeah. So let's see here. Oh, okay, hold on. I need purple Pikmin. No, wait. Okay, can't go that way. What's my favorite forgotten anime that you presented on your channel? I've got a soft spot for that Laughing Salesman video, because that's an anime where it's so rock solid, I feel like I could watch that any day of the week. I could come home, have a beer, watch an episode of The Laughing Salesman, and even though I've seen it already, I feel like that series is just so timeless. There's something about cautionary tales that are like Twilight Zone style. Camille, $1 through Patreon. Thank you very much. And here's the Laughing Salesman right there. That's my main point, right? By the way, they found a live-action episode of The Laughing Salesman, so it's still lost media, but one episode is now available to watch, which is another thing that I should talk about in the bonus video if I get around to that. But there's something so timeless about a series like that where it's saying these things that anime fans, they don't want to hear this, but it's important stuff that needs to be said. You shouldn't be living beyond your means. You should be keeping your promises. You should be, living like a decent human being, right? And a lot of these episodes, there are these cautionary tales where they're like, aha, you should probably be paying your rent on time. Oh, you should probably not be working too hard. You should probably not be, falling to your vices. Don't spend all of your time on one hobby. That's another thing. It's all about a balancing act on how to live your life. And I feel like the things that show talks about, they're so universal that it's really something I think is gonna last for like hundreds of years. It's an anime where, you'll look at it and you're like, yeah, this is stuff that could be applied to everyday life, and it's good. It's a good anime. So I made that video because there was all these people, and all these videos are probably still up, where you would look up like videos on The Laughing Salesman, and they would be like, hey, we're watching the new TV show of The Laughing Salesman. Never heard of this show before. And they're watching the 2017 series, right? And they don't get it. And they're like, well, this is mean-spirited. Why would anybody watch this? This is the worst anime of the year, guys. I do not like this. And I saw those videos, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should do my own spin on this? Because, like, I was angry when I made that video. I'm like, how do you not get it? This is a show where, like, invincible Bugs Bunny Laughing Salesman just completely screws people over because they're living beyond their means. I'm like, oh, I love that stuff. I love that stuff. Most of the people, that got donned in that show, they deserved it. Some of them didn't, but most of them did. Brown Gaijin donated $5. My friend and I have been poking fun at Chargeman Ken on a nearly weekly basis. We thought we saw everything, and then his dad hit a horse, iron broken. Yeah, and then the horse disappears. It fades away. There's another horse in that series where it's being driven by like a demon, which is, I guess, is a Geralian, and it hits like a light pole, like a street pole, right? And it bursts into flames. That's why I said Chargeman Ken is the best bad anime. It's really, really bad. And then it becomes so bad that it becomes the best anime of all time. So that's why that's the best anime. Kentoshi, on the other hand, is so bad you can't even make fun of it. Hail to the Break donated $5 Canadian, says, hey, I like your content and humor. Here's $5 Canadian to encourage you. Also a Ross fan. I wish you guys would do a collaboration, I believe is what he said. You would have to contact Ross, and he would have to be okay with it. I don't know if he's into anime. I know he's into video games. I really liked that video that he did on Deus Ex. Fantastic retrospective. He broke down the gameplay of the video game. He talked about it in a historical context. He talked about how it has staying power and relevance to the modern day. He approached that video in the same way that I like to approach videos. So, yeah. If Ross is up for a collaboration, I'd be up for that. I don't think he's into anime, so, probably really wouldn't work. I don't know. It depends. But, yeah, he's He's doing good stuff over there on that website he's got. He's got more subscribers than me, I mean. Trying to figure this out here. So, how do I make this work? Because in order to get blue Pikmin... Okay, so I think what I have to do here... This needs to be knocked down, and then that opens up this hole over here, right? And then there's another area where I can also use purple Pikmin, and once I've got that... Oh, you know what? I need purple Pikmin. That's what I need. Hang on. Let's see. They bought Nozomi. Right Stuff was just a bonus. Ah, so that's what it was. It was, they kind of took it over. Skivolv says, hi. Hey, how's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful day in this, chaotic environment that we're living here, in here on YouTube. So what's going on out there in anime land? Any news, any information? Is this my first time playing this? No, I just haven't played it in a while. You know why I like Pikmin 2 is it's just fun to play. The GameCube controller, it's fun to press the A button. It's got this tactile response to it that's, you know, it's good. It's very good. You know, what do they say in all the cliche video game videos? They say, oh, this has good game feel. This has good game feel. Yeah. This has good game feel, I guess. I don't have another word for it. It's fun to play with the GameCube controller. Yeah, it's a well-made video game. And it's also relaxing. It's got a healing effect to it, which I think is very underrated part of Pikmin. Ross Wolf donated $5. I'm up for a collaboration, sure. Don't know who I could contribute, though. Just let me know. Well, thank you very much, Ross. It would have to be something I feel that is both video game related and anime related, also from maybe like a preservation standpoint. It would have to be something, it would have to feel right. Let me put it that way. It would have to feel correct. And that's the key to, I think, making a good video on YouTube is you have to be offering something that stands up years down the line. And, you know, way down the line, it would have to be something where people could watch it and say, oh, wow, I never thought of it that way. You know, you have to be enriching people's lives in some way. It has to either be comedy or maybe history or maybe, I don't know, you're bringing attention to some video game that maybe people would enjoy. Something that would enrich people's lives, you know what I mean? And that's kind of the way that I like to look at it. You know, I did a video where I was talking about anime preservation, and then you follow that up with talking about, like, the worst thing that you can possibly find. As long as it's not tone deaf, you know what I mean? GameCube best controller. Honestly, I think for best video game controller of all time, a personal favorite of mine is the Neo Geo CD controller. Have you ever played with that thing? It's got this 8-way click to it that feels so good. It's very similar to the Neo Geo Pocket Color controller, which I don't know, if I do a video game video, it'll be on the Neo Geo Pocket Color. I have so much useless information in my head about that system. It's just fun to the clicky D-pad, yes. I would say the GameCube controller is up there. Neo Geo CD controller is also very much up there. Another controller that I like is the Sega Saturn Model 2. PS1 and PS2 controller, those are very high up there. And, yeah. Elias Ahumada donated 50 mechs. Kenny, ever thought about making a video about anime based off fighting games, and have you heard about the World Heroes OVA? Yeah, okay, so as long as you're bringing that up. Okay, so here's Lost Media lore. New Lost Media just dropped, guys. New Lost Media. It's dropping out of the sky. Okay, so, ADK, which is now owned by SNK, the fighting game company, was a company that made video games mostly for the Neo Geo. And when they made a video game series called World Heroes, they did World Heroes 2, they did World Heroes Perfect. sometime in the 1990s. I don't know when this anime was actually distributed. But in order to promote one of the World Heroes games, they sent out a VHS tape that contained an anime. We don't even know how long it was. It might be 3 minutes long. It might be 20 minutes long. We don't know. Nobody has a copy of this. They sent out this VHS tape to stores to like advertise the video game, right? Because they're like, hey, here's a new fighting game. While you're in the store, take a look at our TV. It has some anime on it. That was the short end of it. So in order to get your hands on this anime, of which we know very little about, you would have to find a tape that was only sent to stores, because this is like a promotional tape. And it was also distributed in very small amounts to, I gotta read this. Rodrigo Santa donated $10. The last episode of Laughing Salesman was messed up. By the way, Ohiro supposedly voiced the new Laughing Salesman anime before he passed away. I don't think he did. I will get back to that. Anyway, so talking about the ADK World Heroes Lost anime OVA. It was distributed to stores. However, there was also like a mail-in sort of thing where if you answered like a questionnaire that came with one of the video games and you mailed it to ADK, you were entered into a lottery, right? And if you were lucky, we don't know how many of these tapes were distributed, in the mail you would get a copy of this anime. So there's a very small chance that somebody will find a tape of this. We know it exists because there's one guy in Japan who, again, doesn't want to share this, has the only copy we know of this anime, and he posted a bunch of pictures online of it, so we're waiting and hoping that it'll go up for sale on auction one day. Or maybe you have a copy of this anime and you want to get it to the right people. If you have this, let me know. Let me know. I have a VCR. I'll put it up on archive.org. But yeah, there's a Lost World Heroes anime out there, and we're just waiting for it to pop up. So there's your answer for that. And now I missed the super chat. So if you're in the chat, go ahead and type it in the comments section here. I'll read your comments. Have you ever submitted an anime to the Lost Media Wiki? I have not, because the Lost Media Wiki, I don't think they like me, because I keep on finding Lost Media that they've never heard of, that they don't even have like Wikipedia articles on, and they keep on having to rewrite articles every time I do a video. So I guess I could submit my own pages, but I'm about finding anime, not about like making articles about how anime are lost. Opinion on Formula 1? What, the anime? F? The anime where they just named it F? Is that what you're talking about? Alright, got it. I'm starting to think that some people are just plain stingy. Well, I mean, you can't blame people. And now I'm gonna start sounding old. I'm so old. You can't blame people in this economy. Like, if they've got the only copy of an anime and they want like $5,000 for it, they're hoping and waiting and like really, really hoping that maybe some nut job will buy that copy of an anime. Like, I can understand that. You got bills to pay, whatever. But like, if you're not even selling it, at that point it's like, dude, it's on a VHS tape. It's gonna slowly demagnetize every single year. It's disappearing. Did you guys know that the Earth is an electromagnet? It's a gigantic spinning magnet, and every VHS tape on planet Earth that has any sort of recording on it is slowly getting blurrier every single year just because the Earth is a magnet. Yeah, science. It's pretty amazing, but it's also kind of scary. We're on a timer here. A lot of old laserdiscs from the 1980s. I mentioned it in the video about like how you needed I think it's like orphan fan subs needed like 5 or maybe like 10 copies of Twinkle Nora Rock Me in order to do a Doomsday. Apparently I mispronounced that. A Doomsday duplicator rip of that anime, because the oxygen it gets in between the layers of the disc, and then the laser just disappears. It starts getting eaten away from the inside out, and at that point, once every single copy of something that hasn't been archived is laser rotted and you can't even average the video together, what then? You know, what can you do? So yeah, raising awareness is probably the best thing. Did you know that Earth's rotation is getting faster? Is it really? is that screwing with the amount of hours in the day? Is the day getting longer or is the day getting shorter due to the rotation of the Earth speeding up? That would be something to look into. Maybe that's something to look up. Okay, let me see here. Technically, I'm kind of screwing up the, yeah, screwing this up. All right, let me get to a bunch of red Pikmin here. Slightly shorter the days. Getting. Huh. Ah, that sucks. Looks get easily waterlogged, kinda. Okay, faster spinning equals shorter day. All right. Sorry, I'm not a scientist. I tried to talk about the small amount of anime that I'm privy to, but science is just lost on me. Days getting a fraction of a second shorter every year. Opinion on US Manga Corps. I mean, they put out a lot of anime on VHS. I don't really have an opinion on them. For some reason, they were really into MD Geist, and I'm not sure why. I heard, like, the owner of the company, for some reason, just thought MD Geist was, like, the best anime of all time, and they used that anime to advertise it, but there's probably no deeper meaning behind it. I'm not a scientist either. I'm an engineer. An engineer is, I don't know, it's a leg of science, isn't it? Engineering. Okay, so now I got these over here. So now that opens up the next area, which is very good. US Manga did Garzy's Wing, that is all. I really want that on VHS. If anybody has a copy of Garzy's Wing on VHS, let me know. Let me know. His silhouette just made a cool logo. Yeah, probably. Although he is the most dangerous, so maybe there's something going on there. They also did Dog Soldier. Dog Soldier is like one of the worst anime I've ever seen. It's not Kentoshi level, it's not Twinkle Nor Rock Me level, but man, is that not a good anime. You want to watch something that'll just bore you to tears, go ahead and watch Dog Soldier. That's the thing, though. That's like one level above worst anime of all time levels, you know? It's like if Charge Man Ken is like a 10 on the bad anime scale, and Kentoshi is like also like a 10, I would say, I don't know, Dog Soldier is maybe like an 8 or a 9. It's like borderline to do a video about it. Is it worth making fun of? I don't know. Like, making fun of anime is kind of falling out of style. The only reason I did that video about Kentoshi is it was just like so legendarily bad. Like, I had to let people know about that. Alright. Where's a Plague Dogs, So Does Speed, Big Wars, Roots Search? Yeah. Here's the thing, like, I don't want to talk about an anime in a bad light unless it has to be legendarily bad. It's gotta be Charge Man Ken level, it's gotta be Kentoshi level, it's gotta be Twinkle Nor Rock Me level. It can't just be kind of bad. It's gotta be, like, making you question if reality is what we think it is. Oh no, I don't worry about what's in style at all. If I want to do a video, I will do a video. Whether it's gonna get views or not, I really don't care in the long run. The problem is when I see people who are like, oh well, yeah, Kentoshi isn't that bad. It's like, no, like they made honking noises over pictures of New York. They didn't know how to draw people's faces. The height of the characters every couple of seconds is different. Like, it's 30% reused animation by volume. It cost me 1 yen. They didn't know how to spell he's. Like, yeah, no, I disagree. If you think that's a good anime, I disagree with you on that. Let's see, what else we got? It's gotta be Santa and the Ice Cream Monsters level, yeah. Guyver 2 was better than the first. Alright, are you guys excited? Are you guys excited to see the third level of Pikmin 2? Let's go ahead and look up some of these treasures that we picked up for a little bit of a change of pace, huh? Over here we got a thing. We don't know what it is. According to Almar, this is called a sunseed berry. It says, I found this fascinating fruit while out exploring today. The skies cleared up and I felt peaceful watching the pink flower petals flutter in the wind. During this perilous expedition, it seems strange to have such soft-hearted romantic thoughts, and if I told my wife about this, I'm sure I'd get laughed at. Again. See, that's the thing about Olimar. He's relatable. Here's the citrus lump. According to Olimar, it says, this fruit was dug up from the floor of an icy cavern. It appears that the fruit's thick skin protected it from the frigid cold. It's quite remarkable. The shape of the fruit eerily resembles the president said. P.S. The labyrinthine underground entrails of this planet are like a completely different world. What else we got here? Utter scrap. The area we recently touched down is the area we recently touched down in is blanketed with a fresh layer of frozen precipitation. As tranquil and relaxing as it is, I named it the Valley of Repose. Using Pikmin to move obstacles, I was able to open up some new areas to exploration where I found this hunk of metal. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, Pikmin is good because it's relaxing. It relaxes you. Like, this is better than any medicine. There aren't pills that you could take that are better than this. I mained Olimar and Brawl, never played Pikmin. Well, nothing stopping you. At least I don't think there is. Well, I actually can't say that because that's one of those banned words that YouTube will ding you if you talk about the cult. But yeah, I think, I want to say it's Mother's Basement covered the cult anime. Your voice is so calming. Well, thank you. I try to. I got it from my parents. Soviet's cartoon of Macbeth is bizarre. Let's see, what else we got here? Hamtaro Flower donated $5, says, hey Kenny, thanks for always making enjoyable content. Times have been stressful and I'm glad I caught the stream. It has improved tonight's mood. Well, I appreciate you allowing me to continue to make these videos. I will keep it up as long as I can. If I'm offering any sort of good vibes to the world, that's all I care about, Times are tough. You want to hear something interesting, you want to be relaxed, you want to hear that everything's going to be okay. And I think that's really all we're all trying to think the same thing these days. Got him. Okay. So which way do I go here in order to get the blue Pikmin? Oh, you know what? The blue Pikmin, actually, I can't get them. They're in the second area, and I think what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get the yellow Pikmin to throw them up here. So right now the goal is to get yellow Pikmin so I can go back to the earlier area. 3 people mained Fire Emblem characters in Smash Brothers and play the games. Got him. Professor Cubert just subscribed. All right, thank you very much. I'm gonna pause this just for a few seconds. Allow me to go get something to eat. I'm gonna go grab an orange. I'll be right back. Okay. Woo. Almost choked on an orange there. Okay, alright. I'm choking on orange. Wouldn't that be an embarrassing way to go? Florida man chokes on orange. Let's see. Nah, with a gator's mouth, he's from Florida. You should do a video on the Huckleberry Finn anime. I would like to, but it's kind of very, like, that's Nippon animation. They would probably copyright strike my whole channel at that point. Okay, alright. They need to make Blu-rays of old anime. I still have to watch Rojin Z on VHS. I think in Japan they put out a Blu-ray. You probably can't buy it in America, but there's a Blu-ray of that. I forgot who you were, and then I remembered, nah, the anime man. Come on. There we go. $10 from Rodrigo Santa Cruz is, it'll pop up. Is Azuki something? I think is what he said. I'm a Pikmin! See that? It came out of nowhere. Is Azuki-chan the Charlie Brown of anime? I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably gonna lose some credibility, but I don't know what Azuki-chan is, and I don't want to stop the stream to look it up. Somebody in the chat tell me what that is. What is that about? So, Florida man chokes on orange while running forever. Okay. Alright, how's this gonna work? Come on. Come on. Ah, the Pikmin! Okay, why hasn't someone out there made an anime on Florida Man? They should. There should be a Florida Man comic. There should be a Florida Man Saturday morning TV show. Nobody makes anime for me. Azuki-chan the anime? I haven't seen it. If you're talking about, isn't there this one anime called, like, the Red Riding Hood anime? Am I thinking of the right one? Whereas, let's see, a little something, here you go. Baker Doze, thank you very much. Appreciate the $5. That really helps make ends meet. Not gonna lie, it's been lean this past month. That just means I need to make more anime. Never stop making anime videos. Never stop. Always forever. I kid. Don't worry about it. Azuki-chan is good. Am I thinking of the right anime where it's the girl in the little red hood? Where it's like a magical girl anime. Am I thinking of the right thing or no? Or is that a completely different Azu something? I mean, there's Azumanga, but that's a little bit different, I would say. But there is a Florida Man comic. Is there? Maybe I should be looking. Yeah, Azuka-chin. Let's see. Akazu-chin Cha-Cha. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Like, the manga isn't magical girl related at all. But for some reason, the anime, I think like Sailor Moon was really popular at the time. And they just kind of magical girled it up just to kind of increase its appeal. Yeah, I'm thinking of let's see. Azukin Cha-Cha. Yeah, that's a video I should be doing. Technically, there's a lost English dub of that, by the way. I think in, like, the Philippines or something like that, they released an English dub. There's this weird, like, Cartoon Network channel block that has a bunch of lost English dubs for anime on it, and I believe that is one of them. Oh, Jabungle. Jabungaru. The mecha anime with a steering wheel. Okay. Let's get this up here. Oh, you know what I need? Hold on. Okay, let's get this over here. From the Philippines, yeah. It's called Hero TV. Ninja Robots was one of those. Discotheque rescued it, I think. I don't know how they pulled that off. It was... No, you know what? Ninja Robots actually aired in America, I think. It's just nobody had any like, VHS tape copies of it. I don't know how they pulled that off, but they were very lucky. What about the mecha anime controlled by guitar? Are you talking about Macross 7? Yeah, that's another good one. We're getting that in English, boys. We're finally getting it. Come on. Bum rush. I wonder if there was a Darna cartoon. I don't know what that is. Roar donated $10 through Super Chat. Thank you very much. Hey, Kenny, have you ever watched Spriggan? I own the movie on Laserdisc, but I've never actually seen it. But, yeah, I think you asked me about that before, actually. Philip Yee donated $5. Consider going to anime conventions to build an audience. Oh, so what's your favorite isekai? What's your favorite Gundam show? My favorite isekai is the Wizard of Oz anime. That is always going to be my answer to that. If you want like a serious answer, I don't know. Isekai Oji-san is really good. I really like Overlord. I mean, I reviewed Overlord at some point. Do you guys know that I reviewed Overlord? I did like a review of Overlord, the very first season, like 2016, and I had it on private for, I want to say, like 4 years, right? And all of a sudden one day, like, I got a strike on it. Nobody could see this video. Nobody could see the review. It was on private. And somehow I got a strike on it. So, like, if you're wondering why I don't talk about modern anime, it's because of things like that. They don't even want you talking about anime that's even remotely like modern these days. It's really sad. It's really sad, but that's just that's how the website is. That's how it works. You know, you got to roll with the punches. By the way, that review is on archive.org if you ever want to look that up. I still say it's pretty much like my best written review. It's a review on Overlord, so go ahead and look it up. It's out there. Rodrigo Santa Cruz donated $10 through Super Chat. Do you read the Kaiji manga? Yes. I've been reading about Mario escaping from that department building. I'm all caught up on Kaiji. All caught up on Kaiji. I wish they would do more anime for that, but like we all know, nobody's gonna want to watch the arc where they're doing the minefield mahjong, right? Like nobody in America likes mahjong. That's a problem. It's the same reason why I don't feel like talking about Akagi. You know? Or am I going to talk about how he put people in Ron that one time? What am I going to do? Hail to the break, just subscribed. And then he said Ron a bunch of times. Oh man, it was the best anime. Like, you know, for me, you know, I'm into mahjong. I don't know if you guys are into mahjong. That's kind of like a very specific type of taste you gotta have to be into that stuff. Oh, bum rush. Come on. Akagi is great. I love the end theme to Akagi. Can I say that? Non-Tokonare? God, that is a good end theme. Or maybe that's the intro. Yeah, I'm thinking of the intro. Yakuza got me addicted to mahjong. Okay, hold on. I need purple Pikmin. Or, sorry, poison ones. In order to do this. Hopefully I can get them there in time. Let's see. The Monben episode of Hero. I've wasted so much time playing Mahjong in Final Fantasy 14. Or is it 15? Let's see. XIV. Yeah, 14. Oh, are you kidding me? So I have too many of these Pikmin. I'm so bad at this game. Alright, get that over here. Let's see. Mahjong is the Final Fantasy boss of 14. $10 from Rodrigo Santa Cruz. They did adapt part 3 in a pachinko machine. Yeah. But that's like the final resting place of all anime. Specifically, The Laughing Salesman has had so many pachinko machines. I could do a whole video just on The Laughing Salesman pachinko machines. It's unreal. Okay, come on. Get these. Get these over here. Got it. And this one. Okay, so now I need to like hope and pray that I can get the yellow Pikmin in time. The Kenichi Sonoda Super Real Mahjong games. Yeah, somebody told me about those recently. And I guess there's an OVA for what was it? Suchi Pai, I believe, is like Mahjong Fighter Suchi Pai, I think is the name of the anime. You'll forgive me. I don't remember the name of every anime that's ever come out. I try. Okay, do this. Maybe I can get one of these things. Hold on. Well, I look back on YouTube as a huge swath of lost media. Well, it's already a swath of lost media. The second that they turned off comments for videos that had anything to do with animation, like half the comments on YouTube have already been lost. They disappeared. So that's lost media already right there. I still listen to the Ranma second opening. Yep, Ranma has some good music in it. Oh, I guess you need yellow Pikmin for that. There's no way to get there. Okay, come on. Okay, I'm gonna leave these here. Switch to Olimar. 20-second OP was the best. Every Konami game dies in pachinko slot. Yeah, I mean, like, they bought up Hudson for that same reason. There's all these toys that Konami makes. Like, they're not gonna really do anything with Yuna, right? So they may as well make like a coffee mug with like Yuna's face on it. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. The German cartoon Rama half opening is goats. Ever since you made that video on that boxing anime, I've been seeing VHS copies of it pop up on Yahoo Auction. Well, here's the thing. People avoid it because it's like the worst anime of all time. It's like, oh, it's 1 yen. That's the reason I bought it. I was like, why are people avoiding this? Maybe it's funny. Maybe it's bad. It was not a funny anime to make fun of. That was soul crushing to even approach that. I still have the early 2000s Ranma fan stuff. I'm watching the Next Generation Pat Labor, and it's pretty good. Captures the TV series and OVAs really well. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Yeah, Goemon is one of those series where they're just not doing anything with it. There's like 12 Goemon games, too. Like, why is that a series that they just completely abandoned? I remember as a kid, we were looking forward to Ranma half because it had nudity on the Philippines television. Great. Well, you know, pre-internet days, right? You would get whatever you could get. When can I sleep? Why, you guys want me to end the stream? I guess I'll stream for a little bit longer. I'm not exactly sure how long I'll be doing this. But we'll see. Still having fun, as of right now. Are there any more Sukeban shows to review? Not really. I mean, like, Pro Golfer Reiko is Sukeban adjacent. It's got a girl in it, and she is a delinquent, but like it's not technically a Sukeban show. It's just it's a drama. You know, it happens to be within that same kind of bubble. Let's see, I'll go for it. If I gotta sleep, I'll go. Let's see, what's your favorite online PS2 game? I played Phantasy Star Universe, I guess, for a little bit. I guess Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 had online content to it. Okay. The last few Goemon games got canceled. That's a shame. I mean, that's a good series. Resident Evil Outbreak is still online. Yeah, that's another thing that there's just sitting on. Like, why isn't there, like, an emulated PS2 version of any of the Resident Evil games that I can just play online? They're leaving money at the door. There's people who want to play that. Vicky the Viking anime, I've seen a few episodes of it, but that would have been a great candidate for, like, things that might be anime, because, like, you look at it and it doesn't look anime styled, but that is a Japanese production. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah, you can play Outbreak online. They got private servers and everything. How many years left until we get a new Lensman anime? So what, like 28 years? Maybe? Technically, I don't think there's anything preventing them from releasing the Lensman anime. They're just like, they're not doing it because, again, like creator respect. They respect that the Smith estate doesn't want that anime to ever come out ever again, and that's just the way it's probably going to be. If you guys want to help out the stream, you guys want to know a streaming pro tip that I learned from the Spiffing Brits? Here's a little bit of a pro tip for you. If everybody presses F5 at the same time and refreshes the stream, all of a sudden it it'll like double the audience retention rate for some reason. Because YouTube sees that everybody is like re-entering the same stream at the same time, and it'll recommend the stream to more people. I don't know why, but if you want to make the stream do better, just press F5. Just exit the stream and go right back in. So, I don't know, refresh the page, I guess. Let's get these over here. Okay, what do we got over here? Here, you know what? Let me go ahead and I'll put up a poll on the stream too. That'll probably help things out. What's a good poll that I can have? What's the most controversial thing in anime right now that I can make a poll about? Let's see, you're back? Hey, it's good to have you back. So what's a good poll that I could have? Like a good yes or no question. That'll be a fun thing to do. Let me see what I could have for a poll here. Let's see, what do you think? It's an anime. Does anime suck? Yes or no? Yeah, why not? Let's see, pop out chats, participation. How do I do a poll? There's got to be a way to do this. I know there's a way. Participants, pop out chats, top chat, live chat. There's got to be a way to do this. There's no way that there isn't. Okay, here we go. Great poll. Here's a controversial one. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just give me a second here. Okay. All right, there we go. Now I put up a poll. It should say, is new anime or old anime better on average? So there's a question for the ages, right? Okay, preview, full screen. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so now I should be back. Yeah, because all of a sudden, like, that's a form of engagement. All of a sudden, YouTube is seeing that you guys are reacting with the video. Old, there's so many hidden old gems. Yeah, more or less. Is a hot dog a taco? No, a hot dog is not a taco. A taco is never made out of a fluffy bun. Hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a wonderful day. I don't know if you guys are like really into breaking YouTube, if you guys want to see like 1,000 extra people in here. One thing that you could do, if you really want to break the website, according to the Spiffing Brit, I don't know if this is true or not, but according to his testing, what you're supposed to do is you're just supposed to spam the chat with one word over and over again. So if you guys just say anime in the chat over and over and over again, and you just make the chat like nothing but the word anime for like 5 minutes nonstop, technically YouTube will be like, oh wow, look at all these people talking in the chat. And you would have to do that for like 5 minutes straight. But YouTube would be like, holy crap, look at all of this engagement, right? And the stream will get sent out to like a ridiculous amount of people who don't even know what anime is. So yes, keep doing it, keep going, keep saying anime over and over and over again. Yes, YouTube. Yes. That's what you have to do. We're going to recommend the Pikmin 2 stream to every single person on the website. No one on planet Earth will ever be able to avoid the Pikmin 2 stream, just over and over and over again, just nothing but anime. YouTube will see that the video is getting a ridiculous amount of engagement. 335 people watching the Pikmin 2 stream. Get it higher, higher and higher. More anime. Anime is pretty good. Yes, I agree. Anime is pretty good. Don't you guys agree? Don't you love anime over and over and over again? Just non-stop anime. Never stopping. Never stopping. Well, someone actually had a question. Okay, 344. Look, you can see. It's actually working. You would have to keep this up for like, I want to say like 5 minutes straight. But eventually, YouTube, the algorithm would be like, oh my god, look at all these people talking in this stream. Must be there's something really engaging going on over here. Yeah, see, even you guys are getting a little tired of this. But yeah, that's just how the website works. And if you just keep on talking nonstop, eventually, YouTube will just be like, fine, I'll recommend this. So I don't know, yeah, maybe. Maybe this is just the key to YouTube. This is gonna look really funny on the replay when you guys are watching this on the playlist. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I think it's more like I would have to already have like 1,000 people watching, and then at that point, YouTube would be like, "Whoa, that's a lot of people watching the stream." Yeah. Okay, you guys can stop. It doesn't seem to be doing all that much for the stream, but this is just like according to other YouTubers that I've heard of. The problem is it's just like too late at night. You know, I would have to start getting it would start having to be sent out to, I don't know, people in Japan or something like that. Not a lot of people in America awake at this hour, I'll say that much. Salty donated $5. Thank you for being a cool anime historian storyteller. Also, I talk about bad anime occasionally. I'm not sure when the next video is gonna drop. I'm hoping, I'm aiming for like 3 weeks from now. But you're gonna be learning about some anime history. Someone's gotta do it. Let's see, anime per posted. 800 anime posted per second. You can just chat really fast, yeah. 342, yeah, so now a bunch of people popped up out of nowhere. It said it was at 335, and now it's at 342. Did it work? Maybe. Maybe. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell, but I know one thing for sure. YouTube loves it when you have engagement. Roar donated $5. What's this anime thing you keep talking about here? I don't know. Nobody knows what anime is. It's a mystery to everybody involved. Nobody knows what it looks like. Nobody knows where it comes from. It is a complete mystery from top to bottom. Okay, what do we got here? I need lightning Pikmin and I need fire. And I don't have enough of the yellow ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to sunset and I'm going to just choose a different level. Yeah, nobody knows. Like, in that one video, I was like, if you paint manga panels onto the side of a train and you drive fast enough, does the train become anime? It's impermanence, it's permanence of vision. It would have to be, right? If you go to Japan and you blink fast enough, does reality become an anime? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I've already said that before. I'm reusing jokes now. What a hack I am. Ah. Potato, potato. You know, I honestly do think that probably sent the video out to a few more people, because you look at it, in the top left it says I have 340 something, and before I had 330 something, so maybe that did help the stream out. Maybe that helped the stream out. You can also like the stream. If you haven't liked it, every single like that you have on a stream will send the video out to like 5 more people, so that's something. Rodrigo Santa Cruz donated $5. Is Corona your favorite retro gamer or waifu? No, I don't follow Corona, but I don't know, she has that funny Mario Brothers stream, you know, water in the fire. Why? Like that's that's just the funniest thing ever. But yeah, as far as other VTubers, there's a few like English-speaking VTubers that I follow. There's Koopa Fortuna, who does some very tasteful video game streams. She does some good stuff, and there's also what's her name? Penelope Parabellum, I believe. I'm subscribed to her on YouTube, so it's really just the two. It's surprisingly hard to find English VTubers that are decent. Okay. I'm too dumb for Pikmin, lol. Pikmin is not a hard video game to play. I don't know where these people are coming out of the woodwork and saying, yeah, I don't... Pikmin. It's just too hard. It's too difficult. It's a very simple, easy game to play. You pick them in, you throw them in. It's simple. It's simple and easy to do. A child could do it. Don't worry. Don't even worry about it. Nobody's gonna make fun of you for not knowing how to play Pikmin. If there are people doing that out there, then, you know, you probably shouldn't be associating with them. Okay, get these over here. I'm going to have all the Pikmin. All the yellow Pikmin, yes. Okay, so here's another thing. According to, again, blame this all on the spiffing Brits for figuring out how to break YouTube. One thing that you can do to break YouTube is if you've already liked the video, right? If everybody unlikes the video, which means to remove your like, and then 10 seconds later re-likes it, all of a sudden it'll recommend it to more people. So here, on the count of 10, everybody who has already liked the video, unlike it, not dislike, unlike the video, and then on the count of 10, so when I say 10, re-like the video. On the count of 10, it should send it to more people. Okay, so ready? Did you unlike the video? Okay, so 1, 2, on the count of 10, when I say 10, re-like it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Re-like the video. According to the Spiffing Brits, if everybody on a stream re-likes a video all at the same time, it just gets sent to like 1 million people. Oh, now we're at 361. So there you go. There you go. That's how you be that's how you're a YouTuber, everybody. What a stupid way to actually get people that are subscribed to you to see your stream. These are the lengths that I have to go to just to get people to see me play Pikmin 2. Is that not a little ridiculous? You just want to talk to people about anime and Pikmin, and those are the hoops that you have to go through. Amazing. Amazing, right? Yeah, that's amazing. Like, you can see it. It was at 333, then 350, now it's at 363. YouTube is like, oh yeah, everybody liked the video all of a sudden out of nowhere. Now all of a sudden it's being sent to more people. Let's see. Badass anime hero be like, yep, interactive anime. Exactly. You know what I should be doing? Hold on. Let's get these guys over here. Almost makes you want to bribe farm. Let's see, those bot farms. Nah, I mean, like, you never want to do anything unscrupulous. I mean, like, telling your people in your stream to maybe like the stream or unlike it or something, that's perfectly within guidelines. That's perfectly fine. No one's gonna get upset at me for doing that. But yeah, like, they say, you know, like, YouTube is like, yeah, we want you to be interacting. with we want all of your people that are subscribed to you to interact with you, but we won't like tell you how, which is weird, I guess. Okay, let's get these up here. Get up there. I don't know why, but let's see, farm accounts are really obvious. Yeah, in the chat occasionally, what I'll get is I'll get those messages with like a bunch of emojis in them. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? These emoji messages saying like, subscribe to my channel and like something amazing will happen. I've gotten those in the past, and luckily the people that I modded in the chat, they know what they're doing and they usually get them, but a couple of bots, they do get through. It's annoying, but it does happen. Is anime? I don't know. Are you talking about those cookies? Those cookies that are called animes? Or am I having like a senior moment here where I'm like misremembering the name of like a type of cookie that I buy at gas stations now? Okay. This is the most I've interacted with a stream. Well, you know, that's how YouTube works. They want to see that people are talking. They want to see that people are liking the video. They want to see that people are donating. They want to see that people are, like, actually doing things on the stream. Otherwise, they just won't send it to anybody. Which kind of sucks, because, like, there's videos that I know on my channel are really good, and, like, they'll get a ton of likes, but they just won't have a lot of, they'll have a ton of comments, but they just won't have a lot of likes for some reason, because, like, I don't like doing that. I don't like being the guy who asks for YouTube likes. It's cringe. But that's just how the site works, and it sucks. So yeah, you know, if you really wanna mess with a YouTuber, I mean, I guess you could like all of his videos, and later on you just unlike all of them. That would probably be a real dick move, but you could do that. So what was the part of the recent video that made you guys laugh the most? Because I challenged myself as hard as I possibly could to make that video funny, and with comedy it's hard to tell if like jokes land or not. Things I found on Vintage Media donate $5. Would you be okay to ask for a shout out? I'm an amateur preservationist. So things I found on Vintage Media just donated $5 because they like to preserve things, I assume, unless you're messing with me. I haven't verified this, but things I've found just donated $5, and according to them, they archive things, so maybe check out whatever they're doing. Thank you very much for the donation. But yeah, what did you like about the recent video? Was it funny? Did it make you laugh? Did my depressed, manic state at the fact that they used real-life pictures of New York City to pad their anime at like 5 frames per minute, did that make you laugh, or did it come off as kind of a little bit too much? I don't know. I try my very best. It's difficult. It's a, how do I put this? It's a tightrope that you have to walk across. Otherwise, it comes off as cringe, you know? Okay, so now I'm at 344. Okay, so again, here you want to see this this stream get up to like 500 people. Again, here's another test. On the count of 10, so how about 5? You know, because you don't like to wait. On the count of 5, every single person watching the stream, refresh the stream. So that means either press F5 or exit the stream and re-enter it. YouTube will go, well, all of a sudden people are coming back to a stream. That must mean the video was very, very good, because why would they come back unless it was good? So on the count of 5, when I say 5, refresh the stream. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Refresh the stream or exit and come back. All of a sudden YouTube's gonna be like, well, they left, but then they came back, so I guess this is a very good stream that you're doing here, Kenny. And hopefully that'll get the stream recommended to more people. Oh no, it's the hacker known as the anime man. Yeah, I don't know why it works that way, but that's just according to the Spiffing Brits video. And that video has like 5 million views on it, so he must be doing something right. Let's see, also magic, refresh. Did it work? Well, it says 344 on my end. I don't know if it's 324. Okay, so some people did refresh it. And if we did this correctly, this should go out to it should go up to like 500 people or something like that. We'll see. We'll see. YouTube is such a mysterious place, isn't it? Yeah, but that only works if like everyone actually comes back. Oh well. What do you guys think about what's the most obscure anime that I've talked about? Base Kenny abusing the it's not abusing. YouTube tells you that they want engagement. I am engaging you. Are you not entertained? Is this not what you came here for? It's 2 a.m. here, 3:31. I thought the postcard backgrounds added a unique edge to the warmth of Kentoshi. Yeah, I don't think that's what they were going for, but you guys are always looking on the bright side of things. There's always people that even when I talk about like a really, really bad anime, they're like, well, at least like Nora, at least she has a good character design. She looks like an Australian postwoman. You know, at least she's got like a really nice design going for her. You're being too harsh on good old Nora. She could have had a good anime, she just didn't. And like, I see where you guys are coming from, but it's very self-evident that they did not know what they were doing when they were making that thing. 332, yeah. No, well, that's not good. That's a ripe old number for an anime Pikmin 2 stream going on at like 1 a.m. in the morning. Or maybe, what time is it? What time is it? I don't know what time it is because I don't have the time on here, but yeah, that's not a bad time for a Pikmin 2 stream. Any thoughts on Cory in the House? The best video game for the Nintendo DS, not the best anime. I would say Charge Man Ken is probably the best anime. 2 a.m., yeah. But here's the thing, like, I keep forgetting that YouTube is like this global website that has people from all over the world on it. And I keep forgetting that, you know, like, there's people probably from Antarctica, I would hope. Maybe, has anyone ever watched YouTube from Antarctica? Wouldn't that be crazy if there was, like, some kind of Antarctica research station and they were watching me play Pikmin 2? Wouldn't that be, like, the most wild way to, like, location to watch anime from? Unless there's, like, some space station where people are watching YouTube from, like, a space station, that would be nuts. Shout out to all my people that are watching YouTube from Antarctica out there. My favorite anime video of yours is the one where you called it a music video. Yeah, Cypher the Video, where it literally is a music video. That's the 80s. That's the 80s-est thing that I have ever seen in my entire life, and I love it. It's like the perfect anime. Why even have a story? Why have a story when you can just remove the story and make it an MTV music video? That's what people really want. Pretty far north, yeah. I wonder if there's a way to access YouTube from like a satellite. Like, are there people in orbit watching YouTube right now? I really want to know. There have to be, right? I haven't caught a Ken stream in forever. Yeah, because YouTube doesn't send out my streams unless everybody all of a sudden is saying the word anime a billion times all at the same time in the chats. That's just how it is. They want engagement. Yeah, let's see. I spent a year in Antarctica as a researcher, and I did in fact watch YouTube. Sadly, did not watch Kenny. Well, what can I tell you? Pretty good internet, yep. My content has set the internet. Okay, so I didn't hear, I wasn't paying attention to the stream. Please stop saying anime. You're gonna break YouTube. What was your favorite part of the recent videos? Did you like me making fun of the, like, worst anime of all time, basically? Or did you like to hear me talk about, like, the most obscure way that people are saving anime? Which did you prefer? That's a poll that I could probably have in the chat. You know what? Yeah, let me have a poll for that. I'm legitimately curious here. Let's see here. Let me put up a good old poll here. All right, let's see here. Okay, so according to the last poll, is new anime or old anime better on average? According to the poll, old anime is way better than new anime. That's what you guys think. That is not my opinion. I like all anime, except for Kentoshi. Yeah, 78% of people said old anime better than new anime. 22% of you guys are real weirdos, apparently. You're surrounded by people who only want to watch old anime. So yeah, let me go ahead and end that poll. Let's try this here. This is the easiest way to do this. Ask your community. There you go, YouTube. I'm giving people like a binary option here, so you're gonna see engagements. Will you send my videos out to people, please? Could you please send my videos out to the people that subscribe to me? It's like, goddamn, you know? Okay, what do we got here? Full screen. Got it. Okay, what's anime? I don't know. Nobody knows what anime is. Is it Japanese? Is it a art style? Can anime be made in, I don't know, Canada? Is that still anime if it's made in Canada? I don't know. There's a lot of questions. A lot of uncertainty in the world about what is going on in the anime world. I say yes, but honestly, I don't watch anime too often. Yeah, shout out to the one person in the chat who's completely honest about it. Okay. Got it. Now we got the blue Pikmin. Thunderbolt Fantasy is amazing. It's amazing, but it's not anime. It's a Taiwanese-Japanese co-production done with the puppets. And I've said this during other streams, right? Animation is the illusion of movement. Do you agree with that? Animation is the illusion of movement? Okay? So from there, I loved how you sounded on the verge of a mental breakdown by having to continue to try and make sense of Kentoshi. They didn't know how tall to make the characters. Here's the thing, I didn't even show you. There's parts of Kentoshi where, like, the guy is like 8 feet tall, and then there's scenes where everybody is the same height as him. So either everybody is like 5 feet tall in those scenes, or everybody's 8. You don't know. Anyway, so animation, right, is the illusion of movement. I think we can all agree that's basically what it is. However, puppetry, puppets, you're literally moving something. It's not the illusion. So by definition, puppets cannot be anime. Do you agree with that? You're literally moving something. It's being filmed. I would say that's like another qualifier. If you're filming something, then it's not animation. You know, but stop motion is animation, and you're filming that one frame at a time, but that is creating the illusion of movement. Puppetry is moving something, animation is an illusion, okay? So yes, I would say puppets are not anime by that definition. I hope that is not a hot take. I've said it before, puppets ain't anime. I will concede that you could say stop motion is anime. It's not drawn, but if you take away anime needing to be a drawing, you could say, well, I guess stop motion could be considered anime, because you look at Poi Poi Molcar, and that's felt, right? Episode 90 of The Life of a Salesman is about Kenny trying to use get used to Japanese customs. Oh, you're talking about the episode with the American businessman who goes to Japan to try to work in Japan, and he becomes way too Japanese. Yeah, that's a weird one. I like that episode, though. I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know what the moral of that story was. And by the way, the thing about that series is sometimes there's no moral to the story. Sometimes it's just like they wanted to make a pun to make people laugh, and that was the whole point. So, yeah. I mean, it's not always trying to make some sort of grand philosophical, point in an episode. Sometimes they just wanted to make a joke. So that's another reason why people don't really understand that show, is because there isn't always something to understand. Sometimes they just wanted to make you laugh with some kind of poem or something, you know? The moral is to not go to Japan. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that is the moral. I don't know. I gotta go. Luck with your Pikmin expedition. Thank you very much, sir. I will try my best. Okay, meeting those blue Pikmin. Is Avatar: The Last Airbender a Japanese anime? No, it is not. Because Avatar, the by James Cameron, right? When Aang is firebending, because he's a firebender, as we all know. It's not, it's anime style, but it's not a Japanese production, so it's not anime. I don't like to talk about this anymore. I'm beating a dead horse. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about what is the worst anime that you have ever seen. In your opinion, what is the worst anime that you guys have seen? Does it match even close to what I have talked about? You guys are in a very interesting position to talk about these things. Let's see, Gumball is huge in Japan. Let's see, Nay. You are crazy, Mr. Ken. Evangelion. Evangelion isn't that bad. Samurai Showdown OVA. Yeah, that was a rough one. Tekken 2 is also really not that good. Puppetry is the illusion of inanimate things moving by themselves. Claymation is clay moving by itself. Why couldn't puppets be the same? Why couldn't puppets be the same? Because you're filming something in real time. If something is moving in real time, it's not the illusion of movement, it's actual movement. You're filming it, it's not anime. Let's see, about the animes we made a long time. Let's see, thank you very much, Danny. I appreciate the donation. This is cringe. I'll mention it again, because, you know, I got bills to pay. I got electricity to keep running through my VCR. But if you really, really want to, like, actually help me make ends meet, the Patreon is a thing. I'm looking into bonus videos. Again, now I owe Cybershell $2 for saying bonus video, which is now $3. But I'm looking into making some bonus videos for the Patreon that they wouldn't work as their own videos. You know, just like interesting stuff about the Laughing Salesman, interesting stuff about Minky Momo, stuff that I've already covered that, like, you guys would be interested in it, but the general audiences wouldn't be. So, you know, the deepest lore. If you want to hear about the deepest lore, I'm working on it. I'm working on making some videos for the Patreon that, like, nobody would really watch them but you guys, if you guys are into that. We'll see if I pull that off. And honestly, you know, if you want to just help me get VHS tapes and stuff, that goes towards that too. There's a lot of really rare anime out there that you either buy it when it comes out or you never see it again. Like I gave you that example of that Famicom game, Indy the Magical Kid, where there was like one copy of it, and because some guy in Japan wanted it so other people around the world couldn't have it, they bought up the auction. It was like $13,000, $14,000 or something for that one Famicom game, and we'll never see that again, ever. We don't even know what most of that game looks like, and that's just never going to be played. So, you know, the same goes for film reels. It's a kind of like you either get it when it comes up or you never see it again type of situation. So for the war chest, you know, if you want to donate for that, we should just form a team to steal it. Yeah, I'm forming a team right now. I'm trying to. Marty McFlies on Twitter, Kaneko Video, a couple of other people. You know, there's not a lot of people trying to track down film reels. It's a very, very rarely done thing. But occasionally you save an anime from being completely, you know, just lost forever. There's a lot of, how do I put this? There's a lot of fan films that are done. Thank you for the $1 recruits. There's a lot of fan films that were done for like college students, right? Somebody in college in the 1980s was like, I want to put out a movie. How do I put out a movie? Let's put it out on a film reel. Thank you very much for Pecan Tomlinson, $10. That'll get you as with a name in the credits of my future videos, whatever that is. Thank you for helping me, you know, make ends meet. But yeah, there's a lot of fan films, and there's a lot of like college projects that were only on like 16mm and 8mm film, and maybe even 32 or 35. I forget what the next one up millimeter film. And it's like you're never gonna see those things unless you have somebody scan like the physical celluloid. So that's something to keep an eye out for too. And there's entire anime that we're just probably never going to get Blu-rays for that same reason. Dragon Ball Z, you're never going to see that again, I don't think, in 4K. They did it with the level sets, and then they screwed it up by never doing that again for some reason. I don't know what's going on at Toei. They must see that there's like this public outcry that like people want to see Dragon Ball, Dr. Slump, Galaxy Express 3.9 in like 4K, 5K, 8K, whatever K you can scan it at. And they're just sitting on it. They don't want money. I don't get it. Yeah. These are the Indian English dubs of anime. They're English Indian dubs of anime? Yeah. I should do a video on that. Do you guys know about the Speedy dubs where they're I think they're out of the Philippines. I could be wrong. It might be Indonesia, somewhere in that area. They have these English dubs for anime that they're being spoken by non-English speakers, and they're pretty funny. They're pretty funny. Like the big green dub of Dragon Ball is the most famous example of that. My favorite English dub actually is out of one of those dubs. Video Warrior Laserion has an English dub out of the Philippines that is just so bad. And I don't know if that's lost media, but I saw one episode of that out there. You could probably find it in the right places. But yeah, just those speedy dubs out of the Philippines and Indonesia. Those are pretty legendarily bad English dubs. Let's see, HM7 donated 5 euros through Super Chat. Here is watching Kenny in space. I wish I could do that. Did you guys ever subscribe to God, what was the name of the guy's channel where was it Classic Game Room? Yeah. I'm thinking about Classic Game Room. Do you guys remember Classic Game Room? Where every video would be super comfy. He had a garage full of like arcade video games and he would just use his radio voice. Dennis O'Brien, $25 via Patreon. Thank you. Thank you very much. Honestly. I hope you don't get cursed by a yokai for watching the videos that I talk about. Anyway, let's talk about Classic Game Room for a second. He had such a great mood to his videos. And I've got a little bit of a radio voice. I'll try doing that right now. Welcome to Classic Anime Room. Today we're going to be talking about a special anime called Twinkle Nor Rock Me from 1985, broadcasting live from the United States space station. You know, he would talk like that. And he had like a really good thing going, and I think the guy just went insane, didn't he? From what I've looked up, from basically what he was doing videos, right? And I assume he enjoyed what he was doing. And then one day, I think like a bunch of other YouTubers just like started straight up uploading his videos, just copying them. And either he like didn't know how to do the copyright claim thing when somebody uploads your video, or the system wasn't in place yet, right? And he got really, really upset. He's like, well, people are just re-uploading my videos. Like, what the hell? And then I think he got so upset about that, he switched over to Amazon, right? He left YouTube, where all of his people were, and then he just started doing videos on, like, Amazon Prime or something. And then, like, all of his subscribers basically disappeared. And then he comes back for, like, a couple of videos where he starts doing, like, reviews on, like, number 2 pencils and like scotch tape and stuff like that, and then he just disappeared off of the face of the earth. And yeah, he disappeared. But I always liked the vibe that he had going for him. And if I could kind of do like maybe like an anime show and tell down the line, maybe, you know, something super comfy and soulful, I would like to try that at some point. He Sasquatched his audience. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, his subscribers were on YouTube, and he just disappeared. He left. Very odd move, in my opinion. But, I don't know. I can't blame the guy. If, like, you're doing a channel, and somebody just re-uploads all of your videos on a bigger channel, that would probably upset me, too. Bad timing, I guess, is probably with that guy. And, you know, that's why I say not upload. Back up YouTube channels. If you don't have like a 2 terabyte hard drive where you download all of your favorite YouTube channels, I would recommend you do that. And now we get to play the waiting game of waiting for these stupid Pikmin to break down this wall. You're really making me consider it. I don't know, that's a niche. There should be an anime channel where they're just talking about, here's a cool VHS tape. I think like the Happy Video Game Nerd. He did do that. You're saying you're making me consider it? Well, here's the thing, like, how expensive is like a 2 terabyte hard drive? I don't know, it's like $50, something like that. For $50, you could make a backup of all the videos that you like. Fernando Martinez donated $5. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You're helping me keep the lights on. Because, job market ain't too good these days. Maybe YouTuber will be the only job that exists in the future. Who knows? Who knows? But my main point, what was I talking about? I was talking about Classic Game Room, and I was talking about like the Happy Game Nerd, where he has like a live show where he brings out, all the stuff on his bookshelf, all the old video games. I guess William Chow also does that for a little bit. Do you guys know who William Chow is? Please tell me you guys know who William Chow is on YouTube. He was a VHS tape fan subber, right? In the 1980s and 1990s, and he's like the last of the old VHS tape fan subbers that's still around, and he's like responsible for like subtitling like Kimagure Orange Road before anybody else subtitled it. Hell, you know what? Here, I'll give you a link. May as well do a shout out to William Chow. Hold on. Okay, hold on a second. May as well, right? Give me 1 second here. Okay. And I believe he did a video about me recently, so this is on topic. Let's see. And okay, there you go. William Chow. There's the shout out, William. I hope you get the subscribers that you so very rightly deserve for subtitling anime on VHS for decades. So yeah. So he's one of those people where I like his videos because like he clearly doesn't really have a grasp on technology, so there'll be like this buzzing going on in some of his videos. It's almost like VHS tape anime ASMR in a way. And he's one of the very last people who knows how to like subtitle an anime on a VHS like tape deck. And he's just like a wealth of information. His stuff is very dry. He's not your standard YouTuber, but he's like the old anime old guard, like way, way back in the day. So yeah, that's CRT Hum. I think he does all of his YouTube videos from his cell phone or something like that too. He's got a very interesting vibe to it. So yeah. He knows so much. He has old catalogs from like when you could order VHS tapes and Laserdisc through the mail from like the 1980s. He has that stuff going on. He has collections of Laserdiscs that they only made maybe a couple hundred of them. Like, he's such a wealth of knowledge. And I love seeing people, bring something interesting to the table. And really, what I value in YouTube videos, and I try to apply that to my own stuff. I don't know if I'm accomplishing that, but I try to bring things to the table where like nobody else has talked about them. Now, whether that's a horrible, horrible anime that you should avoid like the plague, like some kind of landmine like Kentoshi, or a retrospective on how anime is being restored from film reels, I feel like you should try to make a video that's providing something that nobody else has done. And I feel like I'm accomplishing that in my current videos. Oh my god, hold on. And yeah, William Chow does that in spades. But it's hard. It's hard to find these smaller channels. You can tell the guy only has like, I think he's up to like 2,000 subscribers or something like that. And, YouTube will not really promote these super, super obscure channels because, they don't have the right thumbnail. Like, all of his videos on his channel are just like green text, like the title of the video with him behind it. And they're very plain. But he's not trying to be, like, fantastical. He's not trying to clickbait people. And that's almost to his detriment, in a way. So, I don't know. What other YouTubers do you guys subscribe to? What anime stuff? Morbid Express with the $25 Patreon donation. Thank you very, very much. One step closer to being this social reject who just talks about anime fished out of dumpsters full time. Thank you very, very much. Let's see. Boomer is a state of mind. Yeah, I mean, basically, I was on that one stream with Oki's Weird Stories and Cybershell, where Cybershell said the basic same thing. He's like, well, he's not really a literal boomer, because the thing is, like, the definition of that word has changed. Boomer used to be like people from the baby boom, from the post-war economy of the 1950s. Now it's just anybody who has a VHS tape is a boomer. So yeah, I'll embrace it. I don't sub to any other anime channel. Most weeb channels are ironic weebs or otaku. Yeah, that's a problem. Like, I don't like calling people out, but like I tried looking into like the Trash Taste podcast, and like I open up the podcast, right? They have they have a guy on their I don't know if you guys have heard of the Trash Taste podcast. They've got like 1 million subscribers or something. I don't know. I don't keep track of this stuff. But they've got a podcast where they've got a man on the channel. His name is the Anime Man, right? They're wearing anime t-shirts. They're surrounded by posters of anime signed by people who made anime, and then like in the middle of their table is a bunch of anime figurines, right? And I opened this podcast, right? And I feel like somebody like punked me. Somebody like is gaslighting me, right? Because the podcast is supposed to be about anime, and for like 5 minutes, they're talking about like scented candles, right? That they bought for like $300, and then they're talking about like how they went to the onsen in Japan in the hot springs, and like how hard it is to be a YouTuber. And here I am with like one less tooth, and I'm like, what the hell am I doing wrong? You know what I mean? I'm like, it feels like living in Crazy World. It doesn't make any sense to me. So like, yeah, I see where you're coming from. Anime seems to be like almost like a lifestyle at this point, which is very strange. Because when I was in high school, if I tried to watch anime or get people into anime, I'd be like, hey, I got Princess Mononoke on VHS here in 1998. It's a really cool movie. You wanna come over to my place? We'll watch Princess Mononoke. It's got this sick like Japanese swordsman, archer guy on like an elk, and it shoots this guy's arm off. It's sick. I don't know what you're talking about. Like what? Like cartoons? Like what are you, some kind of nerd? And like it would just never go past that point. And the friends that you would have back then, they would be higher quality, but you would have less of them. The people into anime were generally the weirdos, the outcasts of society. Now it's like, oh hey, don't you have the T-shirt that says like I watched My Hero Academia in my underwear? Don't you have that T-shirt? If you don't have the T-shirt, you're not cool. You're not cool. For buying from my merch store. It's like Jesus. So yeah, everything kind of got like flipped on its head in a way. And then you got like guys like William Chow, where they're trying in their their best like voice, they're trying to say, hey, here's something interesting that I would like to share people. This is what I am passionate about and I like. And there's very few of those people on YouTube. It's buried in like 1 million reviews for the newest episode of My Hero Academia, and it's hard. It's hard to do YouTube videos these days. It's genuine fans versus flavor of the month frontrunners. Yeah, I would say that's true to an extent. I mean, there's exceptions to the rule, but it's hard. Sounds like a corporate marketing lifestyle podcast. One thing that really upset me is the Anime Man. He was a voice actor for like Pop Team Epic. I think it was only like 1 or 2 lines. But the idea behind Pop Team Epic is the comic book is like an in-joke in Japan, right? It's this thing that you would post online on like their image boards or whatever as a joke because it's funny. And people that aren't in on the joke, they're not gonna think Pop Team Epic is funny, you know? The 2-frame animation, hey, does this hurt? And like he was like a voice actor for the English version of that anime, and he's like, yeah, I didn't like Pop Team Epic. That was a stupid anime. It's like, dude, you could have looked up the anime you were in. For like 5 minutes, you would get why Pop Team Epic was an anime, why it was the way it was. And like at that point, I'm like, man, I'm not doing things right apparently. Giguk's individual stuff is still pretty good. I like a few of Giguk's videos. There's nothing really wrong with their content. It's just not for me. That's the thing. I'm sure it's fine to the people that watch it, but I'm not into it. So yeah, I don't know. I see stuff like that, and I'm just like, man, I must have done something wrong in life, I love the Pop Team Epic anime OP. Yeah, Pop Team Epic is a very good anime, and you should be watching it. It's really funny. And if you don't get that, then well, you should probably just be looking at all the stuff that surrounds it. I kind of feel like Poi Poi Molcar is in the same general category of anime, because you look at the anime fandom in Japan, and anything that's a vehicle has been turned into a Molcar in Japan. Like the Japanese galleries for all the fan art for Poi Poi Molcar is so good. It's so good. They've got Metal Slug Poi Poi Molcars, and they've got artwork of like the Akira motorcycle, but it's a Molcar. It's good. It's good. Do you guys know about Poi Poi Molcar, the stop motion anime where it's a bunch of guinea pigs? Yeah, Molcar is fantastic. If I want to talk about a modern anime, it's got to be that. A little bit of trivia about Molcar. So, the Dutchman that brought guinea pigs to Japan called them, when they brought them to Japan, they called them moles for some reason. And that's why guinea pigs in Japan are called, I think they're called like marmols or something like that, which is where Molcar comes from, because the original Japanese word for guinea pig, which is derived from like when like Dutch people brought it over, like marmot, exactly. It's a wrong way to call the animal, but it's carried over into like modern anime. I always thought that was like really interesting. Marumoto, yes, exactly. Based off the word marmot, right, which isn't what they are, they're guinea pigs. Which I think actually might be why the Princess Diana anime, like, miscategorizes a hamster as a guinea pig, too, now that I think about it. But yeah, what a great anime that is. And it's bite-sized, too. It's like 3 minutes long. What, you don't have 3 minutes to watch an anime? I think they're making a movie out of it, now that I think about it. For weeks, I was wondering why all my gacha games were filled with Molcars. Yeah, Japan really loves Poi Poi Molcar. And can you blame them? It's super cute. The art style is distinct. It's very easily digestible. It's like the perfect anime for the modern age. You know, if you can sit down and watch an anime for 3 minutes, it's much easier to share around on the internet, which I feel like Heart's Cocktail, that anime for smokers that's about little love stories, I feel like they could probably bring that back and it would do really well. Because like a 3-minute format is almost like catered to modern anime. Let's see, such a cute show, yeah. Has anybody talked about Poi Poi Molcar? Please tell me somebody has done that. I will be the person to talk about that if I'm allowed to. If I'm allowed to. If I know it's modern, but somebody needs to talk about that thing. Yeah! Got him. Let's see, Kamishibai is my favorite bite-sized anime. I regret not talking about Yami Shibai, because there's this horror anime that's very, very short. It's got a bunch of bite-sized episodes that has an art style like Akami Shibai, right? And that thing is like so cool. I wish I had talked about that in the Golden Bat video, but I kind of felt like I was aware of it at the time, but I kind of felt like talking about these Japanese picture shows with you know, that they would roll around and basically like ice cream carts, like an ice cream truck in Japan that was going a little bit too far in the weeds. But yeah, maybe I'll talk about Yami Shibai at some point. Some shows have longer openings and endings than the actual show, yeah. If you think about it, Cypher the Video is one long intro. It's all intro. I said that in the video. It's the best parts of anime without any of the filler. I am actively sick. Well, I hope you're not actively sick. Nobody likes being sick. Okay. Let's see. Yoder Shai Yami Shibai. By the way, is the Clannad manga later chapters considered lost media? I don't know. I've considered making a video about manga, because, like, oh, it's anime adjacent, right? It's not anime, but, like, I could talk about manga. Why not, right? And I've talked about it, and I've got a good idea. I've got a good idea for a video about manga that I want to talk about, but it's about a manga that was banned for, like, having controversial topics in it, and I don't know if that would fly on YouTube. At the very least, I want to do like a Patreon video about it, and if you're really anime savvy, you could probably guess what I'm thinking of. But yeah, there is one manga that I know of where, like, certain chapters were never reprinted because they were, like, too they were too controversial. Controversial in what sense? They were covering subjects that are... It was a very thorny subject. Let's put it that way. Jeez, I've been watching too many Norm Macdonald videos. This is a very thorny subject. No. Is it Garfield? No. Is it Midori Tsubaki? No. See, the fact that you can't guess it means it's probably a good idea for a video. Is it cooking related? No. Tango Tenj? Nope. I'll try to narrow it down a little bit more. It's something very popular that you would have heard of that certain parts of it have been banned. So there you go. That's the closest I'm gonna get without saying it. Somebody else might jump on this. Can you make a mecha anime recommendation? Go ahead and watch Round Vernian Vifom. That might be a video at some point. See, yeah, you guys can't get it. Round Vernian Vifom is a 1980s mecha anime by Sunrise. And yeah, see, none of you guys are getting it. Good. Okay, that means it's good video material if nobody knows what it is. That's another thing that I've said. Like, you guys keep saying, hey, I want to see a video on, like, Serial Experiments Lane, right? But that's something you guys expect. And in my experience, the best videos are things that you didn't know that you wanted. Things you haven't heard of that you would like to learn about that you don't know about yet. And that's generally what I'm trying to do, so. Violence Jack. Pikmin moments. Blanking name of it, but I know that there's a food manga that got put on a long hiatus. Ah, you're talking about Oishinbo. No, that's it's not Oishinbo. The other person in the chat, they're talking about a food manga that was running from the 1980s all the way up for like 20 years, I want to say. One of the chapters is about... like, the controversial subject was they wanted to make an episode about this food anime, right? And, or maybe it was a manga chapter where it was about cooking whale. And that is a generally very touchy subject, even in an anime where you're talking about sushi and making food out of rare exotic animals. Nobody in Japan wants you to make a manga where you have a chapter where you're talking about, oh, hey, you know, dolphin is delicious, you know, and that whole entire manga was put on hiatus for a while. It might have even gotten canceled. That isn't what I'm talking about, but you're thinking about the same lines as I'm talking about. So you're thinking like me, but I'm like 5 levels beyond that. You're not going to be able to guess. I'm very humble, by the way. That's my best trait, is how humble I am. I started watching that Oishinbo anime like 2 days ago. Yeah, it's really good. I want to say it's being subtitled. I forget the name of the group, but it is being subtitled. It's not Shoujo Tsubaki, no. Like, everybody's talked about Shoujo Tsubaki. That's the thing. Like, Aki Dearest has talked about Shoujo Tsubaki. Clearly, I'm not going to talk about something that, like, people, like, multiple people have, like, multiple million view videos on. You know, I'm not giving you guys any new information by covering stuff that, like, you know about. Guinea Pig series, yeah. What, are you talking about Hamtaro? Okay, let's get this here. Yeah, it's not Shoujo Tsubaki. Here's the thing, the fact that you guys are trying to guess what I want to do a video on and not getting it is the reason that I want to make the video. The second you guys guess what it is, I won't make it. So stop trying to guess, okay? But you haven't gotten it, which is good. Diary of a Wimpy Kid is my favorite anime. It's not Oishinbo, but you're thinking along the same lines as I am. Alright, come on. King of the Hill? Yeah, King of the Hill is my favorite anime. Okay, come on. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm stocking up on blue Pikmin, which I really probably shouldn't be doing. What I want to be doing is stocking up on yellow Pikmin, because I need yellow and I need fire in order to go into this other cave. So let's put those guys back. Let's get these guys. I only have 2, which isn't good. Okay, how about... Okay. I need something that only 1 Pikmin can carry in order to have something light enough that the yellow ones can get. Got it. Okay, let's get this over here. It's not Toriko, no. Like I said, it has the anime I'm thinking of doesn't even have anything to do with cooking. You guys were just talking about like banned manga. And Oishunbo is something I know of, but it's not what I'm thinking of. Okay. Let's see here. Man, it's so hard when there's only 2 of them. Because that means I need... Damn, this isn't gonna work. Not only ban... we're hungry. Yeah, man, I would love some of the anime food that they make in Oishinbo. Some of that stuff, like, when you watch Toriko, is like the most delicious looking food you would ever think of. Okay, let me see if I can get these over here. Didn't a natural disaster anime get canceled after Fukushima? Well, I know there's a couple of episodes of Pokemon. There's one that got banned because it had to do with earthquakes. I don't think there's any anime that was banned specifically because of that disaster, but it's possible. It's possible. Can you be streaming longer than your average streamer? Hey, I'm trying here. Trying. Not like I got anything better to do but talk and watch anime. This is why I live and breathe. I was doing this anyway. Pokemon has the most banned episodes of any anime. Now that's interesting. That's a bit of fact. That's some trivia there. I did not know that. It makes sense though. It's like the most popular anime ever. So okay. There we go. So now I have all of these yellow Pikmin. Oh, they tried to barefoot again. You should never ban an anime. I mean, anime have, as bad as they are, even Kentoshi, I would say you should never ban that. Because, you know, there's things you could learn from looking at Kentoshi, like, namely, how not to make an anime. You know, you can look at that and be like, oh yeah, these are some things that you should probably be aware of. It can be used as, like a learning aid. Okay, come on. Alright. So what I'm trying to do here is, I'm going to stock up on yellow Pikmin, and then after that will be the last in-game day. And then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go over to that hole over there, and hopefully I'll have enough yellow Pikmin in order to pull that off. Yeah, see? I don't even have the 7 that I need in order to get that over to the onion. Okay. So now I got 8. Go to the next day. Go to sunset. Okay. While I'm doing this, which do you think is better? Should I just have you guys spam the word anime again, over and over again for the last, to get a little bit more out of the stream? Or should I, okay, there's a bot in the chat. Well, there should be people in the stream. I have mods, don't I? Okay, so the way this is gonna work, I need you guys to just say anime as many times as you can possibly do in the next, let's say 3 minutes. Just anime, non-stop anime, never stopping. YouTube will push the video out to more people because it'll see the engagements, and then I will be able to stream for at least another hour, I would say. So let's also put up another poll. Let's see. All right, and let's put up a poll too. Okay, and poll. Okay, do you like the streams? Okay. How about this? Bad anime or good anime? Bad anime. Let's see. All right, so the poll here is good anime or bad anime. So let's go ahead and ask the poll. Okay, ask your community. All right, so there's a poll. We're gonna bust YouTube right open. Okay. And let's you know what? Let's go to the treasure hoard. Why not? For these next couple of minutes, while you guys are just saying anime nonstop. May as well read some of these precious treasures that Captain Olimar found. According to Captain Olimar, he says, "The superstick textile. I have once again discovered a completely undocumented species of Pikmin. These white Pikmin can find and dig up items that are buried entirely underground. We never would have found this priceless treasure without them. Thankfully, it's the perfect stuff to patch the hole that I just noticed on the ship's hull." What's the next thing? Petrified heart. The vivid color of this redstone reminds me of my wife's eyes when they burn with rage. Just between you and me, I've noticed lately that she's been getting more wrinkles. Now that I think about it, it's probably caused her a lot of stress. When I return to Hocotate, I'll take her on a long vacation. Luck wafer. What a strange pattern. When I look at it, I can feel good fortune smiling down upon me. If I could just buy a lottery ticket right now, well, I'm sure I'd win. Okay, so that's enough saying anime. And how about on the count of 5, everybody refresh the stream. This will be the last little push here. I don't know what Huff 1000 is, but thank you for the 1000 Huffs. I don't know what that is. HUF. What is that? Okay. So on the count of 5, everybody refresh the stream, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody refresh the stream or exit the stream and come back in. YouTube will say, "Oh, everybody left," and then they all came back. The stream must be good. And thank you very much for the $50 Canadian. My God, that is amazing. So while we wait for everybody to refresh the stream and exit and come back in, which will make the average watch time of the stream much better. That's the reason that works. Let's go ahead and read another thing from Olimar's journal. Here we have a Duracell battery. We've recovered our first treasure. Amazingly, the Pikmin remembered how to salvage it. I can't understand their adorable language. I don't know what they're thinking yet. I'm so happy to see them that when I crashed on this planet, the Pikmin helped me locate my missing ship parts. In my darkest hour, the Pikmin were there for me, and now I'm reunited with them. I know everything will be alright. It will, right? Alien billboard. There are several different patterns drawn on this object's surface. They appear to be characters or letters, but I can't make any sense of any of them. This is just an educated guess, but I wonder if this object is some kind of alien bulletin board. The size of the object. Okay, Missy Bulla donated $10 Canadian. Speaking of Pokemon, the 682nd and 683rd episodes never aired due to the earthquake. Yeah, that was the episode with the Wish Cache in them, right? I know my Pokemon episodes. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, isn't that crazy? There's episodes of the anime that they just never aired. They never even put them on TV. I often brag about my inexhaustible supply of self-control, but when I peer at this treasure, I can't help but want to take a drink. Quenching emblem. Okay, so now we can go to the last area. Let's see. Going in here. Anime, anime, anime. Oxycontin donated 4,000. Hungarian forints, don't worry, our money is worthless. All money's gonna be worthless pretty soon anyway. It's all gonna be worth dust. It's all gonna be, we're all gonna be using it for all sorts of, we're gonna be using it for like insulation at this point. Thank you very much for any donation, I do appreciate it. Okay, so I only have 8 Pikmin here, which means, let me see here. So what I need to do is I need a bum rush, a bunch of things that they can carry into the onion, and then I need to call them back before they hit the onion, and then after that I need to have the yellow Pikmin pick them up. Anime, anime, anime. Cash for anime. You have anime? We want to buy it. Now let's see, what do we got here? Oh, you know what would be better actually? I should use the blue Pikmin to do that. Alright. Am I still here, Kenny? Yeah, I'm still here. What, you didn't hear me? In the chat, can you hear me? Can you hear me speaking? If you can't hear me speaking, somebody say something. Please tell me in the chat if you can hear me or not. Delete MBR, I don't know what that is. Dyslexic 2. Okay, can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. We can, perfect, okay. Because I'm not saying that in chat. You would never say we can. If, unless you could hear me. Alright, perfect. Beautiful, beautiful. Oxytoxin donated another 1,000 huff. Mood. Yeah, it's a hell of a mood. Anime is a hell of a mood. That's why I made that video on Kentoshi. There was like no way to describe the damn thing unless I made a video about it. You guys wouldn't have believed that it was as bad as I said it was unless I showed it to you. Electric Potato donated 400 through Super Chats. Bulgir Helado. I don't know what that is. Hopefully you're not making me say something I regret, but I do thank you for the donation. Okay, come on. And come on, almost dead. Almost dead. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Ah, no way. Come on. I just need a few more. Almost. Got it. Okay. Whew. F in the chat for those brave Pikmin that died fighting wherever that was. But we got the ultimate boomer item. You know, we have a bobber that doubles as a landmine. It's a literal boomer item. F in the chat, got needy. But why is anime? Yeah, everybody asks what anime is. Nobody asks why anime is. Why anime? Why? You ever wonder? You ever wonder why? Okay. So now I call these guys back. And then I call these guys back. And then hopefully I'll have enough yellow Pikmin here at this point. So now we have these go back. Why not anime, right? Well, honestly, that's like the philosophy behind why I watch anime like at random. Like, generally, anime is pretty good. Why not watch something you've never heard of? I don't need to watch Dragon Ball Z for like the 500th time. May as well watch something I never heard of, right? No one ever asks how is anime? Yeah, how is anime? Nobody knows. $2 from DJ Sombrero. Have you seen Bubblegum Crisis or Tank Police? Yeah, seen both of them. Tank Police, I honestly prefer more to Bubblegum Crisis. Even though Bubblegum Crisis is, like, I concede that it's a better anime, but I like I like Dominion Tank Police more. Mostly because the tank from Metal Slug was stolen from Dominion Tank Police. Have you ever made that connection? Have you ever looked at the tank from the opening to Metal Slug on the title screen, and then you go and look at Dominion Tank Police? It's the same damn tank. That's the deepest lore that you guys are here for, right? Are you serious? Yeah, go ahead and compare them. It's the same tank. The Dominion Tank Police tank and the Metal Slug tank are the exact same tank. And I know they say that they're not, but they clearly are, okay? Let's see, Metal Slug lore. I don't know, I guess it could be a coincidence, but I mean, look at it. Tank Police has the advantage of not having the second part be rushed to... Yeah, it was. There are a lot of rushed anime out there. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing worse than like a rushed anime. When an anime is pretty good, and you know it could have been way, way better if they didn't rush it, that always kills me. You look at the, like, seasons 2 and 3 of Overlord, as an example. They used the budget of one season to do 2 seasons, and then all of a sudden, you had that disaster of a season. And that'll happen. You'll get bad anime like that. You want bad anime, that's how you get bad anime. Okay. Classic meme. Why is Jamora? I would love to see Masamune Shiro's stuff get adapted. I want to see more Appleseed. That's one of those series where I feel like they're sitting on it. Where's my new Appleseed anime? They're not really doing it. Okay. Got yellow Pikmin army over here. Here's another question for you guys. How often do you expect people to do YouTube videos, right? Like, you're subscribed to me, right? Honest question, like, how often do you expect it? And how often would you like it? Because I'm sure you'd like a new video every day if you could. But what do you expect? Like, every 2 weeks? 3 weeks? Once a month? Like, is once a month too long to wait for a video? I don't know. I'm trying my best. At least once a month? Yeah, that's basically what I figure. Monthly? Yeah. Okay, MD Geist video every 2 weeks? I mean, I could try, but like, one of those videos is gonna kinda suck. It would have to be like a 5-minute review or something. Once a month is quality, once a month, yeah. Once a month minimum, 2-week normal, huh? Well, I am working towards that. Can't stop, he just a soldier. He is the most dangerous. Kenny, what kind of time do you have? Time? Time is irrelevant to me. I live in the 1990s perpetually. You know, thanks to denial, you know, I never have to leave the 1990s. Nothing ever happened. Nothing happened. Quality matters, yeah. Most somewhat longer, I follow, cover, let's see, 24-hour a day kind. How about once every 3 weeks and every week I'll do a stream? Is that too much or is that too much streaming? Yeah, I don't know. Trying my best over here. Create 1 video and 1 stream a month equals twice a month. I could probably do at least 2 streams a month. I mean, I do love me some Pikmin too. He got caught by Y2K. This sounds like a good compromise. Yeah, I'm trying, but like, if you want the video to be good, I can't be putting out a video like every week. That's just not doable. It's not sustainable. I didn't even know that you streamed normally. Yeah, that's the thing. If you don't have somebody, if every single person doesn't, you know, like the stream, then YouTube just won't send it out to people. By the way, if you haven't liked the stream, Kenny's, you know, discount firework and anime outlet store is only brought to you by people liking the video. That's just how it is. I'm totally putting the bell on too. Yeah. I mean, you can like the videos and you can subscribe and you can hit the bell and you can be part of the Patreon and you can have your name in the video, you know, as part of the credits. And sometimes YouTube just won't send you the video. I don't know why. It's like the site thinks it knows better than you do. Maybe it does. I don't know. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Pikmin is like the Smurfs, but weaponized. Yeah, more or less. I mean, Pikmin always reminded me of Lemmings. Did you ever play Lemmings back in the day? God, what a fun video game. YouTube wild. Yep, YouTube is wild. Will Walter just subscribed. Thank you very much, Will Walter. Your name is now immortalized next to the Anime Web Turnpike. Calling Kenny Lauderdale at 3 a.m. Dude, that game rocked. Yes, it did. I had it on Game Gear. Like, that's the hardest system to play that game on, but that's what I had it on. And I always had to play the system, like, plugged into the wall, because the Game Gear was like a battery vampire. That thing would run for like 2 hours on 8 AA's. Just joined the live stream, enjoying your content. Funny enough, the first video I saw was Minky Momo. Oxycontin donated Huff 2000 through Super Chats. You do you don't even think about putting quantity over quality. It's a compromise, you know? Like, I didn't want to do the video on Majo Demo Study or Kentoshi, to be honest. Because, like, in my mind, making fun of an anime, even if it's really, really, really funny, it's kind of falling out of style, and it makes me look bad when I have a video about, like, anime restoration, and then I follow that up with me just yelling at an anime for being bad. But, you know, you got bills to pay. You want to see, like, really good videos, you have to make it so I don't have to worry about, like, my dental work and losing all of my teeth. That's basically the amount of money that I would have to have in order to do, like, consistently good videos every couple of weeks. And, you know, it's just not the world we live in. Not the world we live in. Do a video on bad hentai? What? Well, I would have to watch enough of that in order to formulate an opinion on what constitutes a good one, right? What do you want me to do? Like, watch all of Cream Lemon and be like, oh yeah, this wasn't as good as God, was another one, like Cool Devices, you know? God, like my metrics for like hentai is all like from 90s stuff. JC Denon says maybe you should try getting a job. No, I'm basically unemployable. I grew up with the Sega Genesis. You know, the second that you're handed a Sega Genesis as a kid, you know, that your life is already over at that point. Cream Lemon is good. Yeah, let's not go in that direction. I'm trying to be a good YouTuber, YouTube. Okay? I don't talk about that stuff. Please don't demonetize me, thank you. Let's see, what else we got? Wasn't there an era where actual anime artists had to switch to hentai to push out by digital tech? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, now do I have enough? Okay, into the hole we go. Kenny is OG-san? I mean, I feel attacked. I feel like they made an anime about me, and it's odd. I like hearing about bad anime, but everyone who does those videos are terrible at it. Yeah! I mean, like, I wouldn't have put out the video on Kentoshi unless I thought it was funny. Because, like, I had to have a certain cadence. Like, I had to be super depressed and angry, otherwise it wouldn't be funny. And, it's hard. I mean, I'm not even claiming to be funny, but, yeah, I don't know. I tried. It's good as a change of pace, I'll put it that way, right? It was a great video. I tried. It used to be longer. There's a longer cut of it, but I didn't think it was that funny. It just made me sound insane. So I had to condense it just a little bit. Okay. Man, it is getting late, but I do love me some Pikmin. Here's a question for you guys. How often do you see people streaming on YouTube? And I know some VTubers do it. I'm not talking about VTubers. I'm talking about regular, everyday Joes doing YouTube streams. Is this a thing that's, like, catching on? Because I see a lot of people moving from Twitch over to YouTube. And I want to know, like, how prevalent it is. Because I don't want to go over to Twitch if I don't need to. Do I usually start playing at 6 a.m.? Well, you know, YouTube is this global website. There's people from all over the world. You know, there's people that are just waking up now, and the first thing that they're seeing is me talk about anime and play Pikmin. So you gotta keep your streams varied. Otherwise, you're not gonna get your whole subscriber base to catch a stream. And, you know, I feel bad. I feel bad not being on at the times that people actually see my videos. All right. Let's get this over here. It's 2:07 a.m. over there? All right. I'm sorry to keep you awake. I don't do these streams all that often, but I'm trying to do them more often. Because people keep asking me for content. Not that I don't want to make it or anything like that, but you gotta make it special, you know? YouTube streams feel more intimate. Yeah, because like at least I can read you guys when you're in the chat. Like I'm responding to the super chats. I'm reading the messages. We're talking about anime. You know, I don't want to be that guy who has like 1,000 people watching him and doesn't even read what people are talking about. God, that's a perfect looking tomato, isn't it? What kind of what is that? Is that a Parks Whopper? What kind of tomato is that? I stay on YouTube so much I'll probably make a stream if I'm on YouTube more. 1 a.m. slightly drunk. Well, this is the perfect stream to be in then. You play Pikmin like a Chad, like a true charge man. Well, you just bum rush everything. That's, you know, you just, you know, everybody's, you know, unga, you know, I unga when other people bunga. That's what you need. You just bum rush every single thing. When someone is popular enough, chat becomes unreadable. Yeah. Treasure this when I can actually talk to you. It's weird. I want to be more popular, but I also don't. Chad Man Ken, violence is the answer. Every time. Every time. What's your lowest Pikmin death counts? I don't know. I've never went for like a speed run or like a no death run. Huh. Oh, nothing there. Let's go this way. Pikmin, ho. $5 from Meth Heads. I kind of forgot who you were until I clicked your channel. Then I told myself, oh yeah, you're that funny anime guy that I subscribe to. Oh, thank you. I am that funny anime guy. I appreciate that. I also talk about anime preservation, and I do reviews. I need to do more reviews, honestly, but it's hard. Like, I want to talk about Vifom as an example, but unless that video, like, I was thinking about, like ideas for the title. So what would I name a video about Vifom? I was thinking Vifom mattered. Just 2 words. Another idea I was thinking of was the original Gundam, because that was the original idea for Gundam, right? But I'm not sure if anybody would click on that. It's hard. It's much easier to be like, this is the worst anime of all time, than it is to say, oh, hey, this is a really down-to-earth, very good anime that I enjoyed. YouTube kind of runs on extremes. That's the problem. So maybe the best mecha anime that you've never heard of. Maybe that's what I go with. I don't know. Okay. The original Gunboy. Someone knows their Gundam lore. Come on. Got it. Okay, let's get these Pikmin over here. Drinking the Charge Man Ken potion at 3 a.m., yeah. This is what happens when you watch bad anime. You end up streaming Pikmin at like 3 a.m. in the morning. But hey, for all those people who are watching this stream after the fact, I hope you enjoy it. It's like time traveling. You're listening to this in the future, right? But I used to be a man who existed, who was playing Pikmin 2 at a weird hour. Isn't that weird? That's how time works. Lost Ship donated $10. Figured I'd send this to you too. Keep up the good work. Speed Racer would be an interesting show to see you cover. Speed Racer video would be like an hour long. There is so much to say about Speed Racer. You know what I could talk about instead? Go ahead and type this into Google. Judo Boy. Judo Boy. It's by the same creator, I believe, as Speed Racer. Completely different anime. And it has a Blu-ray. So that would probably be like something adjacent to Speed Racer without actually talking about Speed Racer. Because like you guys know about Speed Racer, you know about the reboots, you know about the movie. Do you really need to hear about Speed Racer again? Like I love you guys, but like you're not going to be surprised if I make a video about Speed Racer. It's not going to be as good. But anyway, thank you very much for the donation. Okay. The reboot anime was wild. Yes, it was. Japan must look at Speed Racer and think like everybody in America is out of their mind, right? You know, why do Americans like Speed Racer so much? Why do they like Mach Go Go Go? It's not even that good. What's up with them in America? Alright, give me a second here. New poll, I just came up. All right, wow, 50 Canadian from Jeremy. Says anime. I don't know why you would donate $50. It just says anime. Thank you. Really do appreciate it. That helps me make my ends meet. And you never know. I might find a very, very rare anime for $50. I'm going to put up a poll. Let's see. Favorite Pikmin color. Okay, let's see. Let's go here. Red. See, this is like on topic. At least I'm giving you guys a thing. Okay, red, blue. Let's see. Red, blue, yellow. Okay, there's also purple. And can I only put 3? It only allows me to put 4 questions, so I'm just going to stick to the regular ones. What is your favorite Pikmin color out of the regular original Pikmin? Ask your community. Okay, there you go. Poll going out. I feel like nobody ever uses polls correctly during the stream, right? Like, I see people streaming all the time. They never use polls. Why don't you do that? It's like a fun feature. It's good stuff. Blue is best color. I'm interested to actually see the results of this poll, honestly. And down we go into the deeper depths. Pet labor would be great. Yeah. Wasn't it Pat Labor Day like yesterday? Did I imagine that? Is Pat Labor early? Let's see. Red looks iconic. Yellow looks cute. Pat Labor would be great. I'll see if I can do something with it. But here's the thing. Like, I want to cover stuff that you haven't heard of. Like, if you're recommending that I do a retrospective on something, that means you guys have heard about it. And I feel like you're not gonna be surprised by something that you've already heard of, you know what I mean? Unless I'm really, really like behind the times and really just nobody knows what Pat Labor is. I feel like that's an anime that most people know about, but I'm probably wrong. Come on, get up there. No clue here. Yeah, you guys know. Any anime that you guys mention in the stream probably isn't gonna be a video. I'm sorry. Have you ever heard of this obscure anime called Sailor Moon? I have not. There's a new one on me. Pet labor? I hardly know her. Oh, God. That is funny. All right. And we got Alexander Scaregen just subscribed. Thank you very much, Alexander Scaregen. I appreciate it. I love the music in this level, by the way. There's something about the music in Pikmin that's, it makes good YouTube video music, doesn't it? I love Gray. Have you ever heard of Doraemon? I have not. Kenny is tag stuffing like crazy. Yeah, that's another thing that I learned from the Spiffing Brit. I don't know if it works. It might work, it might not. It's very superstitious in a way. No one talks about Flag. Yeah, that's a good anime too. Another Ryusuke Takahashi anime that just like happens to have it happens to have mecha in it, even though it very, very like clearly doesn't need it. Gotta get all those coins. Let's see, even Record of Lotus War. I mean, that's like the most common VHS tape you can find is Record of Lotus War. Thoughts on Gasaraki? It's good, but most people wouldn't like it. And then again, a lot of people like Blue Gender, but, you know, that was on TV. Anything mentioned in the chat probably won't be a video. Sad Cromarty hive noises. Yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame. Freddy would probably cry very hard hearing about that. If you're looking for anime ideas, I never saw anyone do an in-depth review of a show called Go for a Punch. I've never heard of that anime. That's strange. Maybe I should look into that. It's odd. You would think I would have heard about an anime that was supposedly subtitled, right? Like, you would think like a subtitle group would have, by now, would have been like, oh yeah, I subtitled that anime. Like if it was on a streaming site, right? Oh, that's weird. That's weird. Huh. Ba-ba-da. I'm just the token mecha nerd. If I could, I would make every single video about mecha. Ultimate Thule pledged $10 via Patreon. I'm getting there. I'm getting close to doing the YouTuber thing full time. I'm getting there, man. Appreciate it. And I guess, you know, I really should have a poll on the Patreon about what bonus video you guys want. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Laughing Salesman, because there's just so much information that I didn't cover in the original video. But at some point there will be a bonus video just for patrons. I don't know if it'll be like a timed bonus or something, but I don't like the idea of like hiding videos from people who like aren't like members and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. It'll probably be like a timed thing, because there's a lot of people who are into Fujiko Fujio. $5 from Meth Heads. I'm sad because most anime I enjoy is from the early 2000s. Yeah, old art had a very specific feel to it. A lot of older anime, it had like these hand-painted watercolor backgrounds. Like when you see old anime, it has these hallmarks that you notice. On that note, have I heard of, let's see, Barakamon? No, I have not heard that. Have not heard of it. It had heart. If you mean by hearts, if by heart you mean it was like sweatshop labor work half the time, yeah, it had a lot of heart. How about talking about Dogrum? Everybody knows Robotech Macross. Yeah, Dogrum, I keep teasing that. Because, like, in my head, I want to talk about Dogrum before I want to talk about Vodoms. Because you cannot talk about Votoms without talking about Dogrum first. The problem is that anime has very, very bad quality rips out there. Even the DVD is like very poorly, it's poorly mastered, is what I would call it. I'm always curious about obscure product placements in anime, things that you wake up 4 a.m. That was a real thing, Moogle Mecha. Obscure product placement in anime? What are you talking about, like Penguin Memories? Is that what you're talking about? Roar donated $10. On the top of mecha anime, have you ever watched Orgus O2 English dub? It's pretty wild. I haven't. People have told me about it. I have not done that. So as far as obscure like product placements in anime, are you talking about like all the 7-Up signs in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Is that the kind of stuff are you talking about? Or are you talking about anime that was made specifically to sell a product? Because if you're talking about that, then you're talking, I would say Penguin Memories is right up your alley. You would know that as the Vietnam penguin anime that you get recommended clips of occasionally. You know, Club Penguin, the anime. That was made by the Suntory Beer Company to sell beer. And it's about penguins fighting in Vietnam. So, yeah. You know, when you say product placement anime, you gotta be specific. Oh yeah, that Club Penguin anime. Yeah, that was made to sell beer. Super Cub too. Man, I would love to own a Super Cub. The gasoline on those Hondas, it must be like 120 miles to the gallon. By the way, Honda, please sponsor me. Honda, if you're watching, they're not watching this. Yeah. But if Honda wants to send me a Super Cub for mentioning it on my Pikmin 2 stream, yeah, that would be great. Let's see, I was once recommended a super good anime called something, Me and My Pikmin. What a great anime. Yes, it is. Okay, so where's this item that I'm supposed to be picking up? Is it here? Ah, that's buried, and I don't have any of the white flower Pikmin. Damn it. So that means I need to come back to this level later? Unless there's a white flower that I missed. Give me a second here. I'm glad it's the case, but it's kind of shocking that Delos is actually available to stream in the US. The English dub of that anime on VHS is like magical if you haven't seen that thing. It's also one of those weird tapes from, like, I want to say like Just for Kids Entertainments where they recorded it on like a, I want to say it's like a super extended long play tape just so that they could record it in the crappiest quality possible. So that's probably borderline lost media if somebody hasn't recorded that thing, because you need a VCR that is able to handle super extended long play tapes. Because like you open that thing from the sleeve and you look at how much tape is in the like VHS caddy, and it's like not even like 10% of an inch. There's like no black tape in that thing. Okay, well there's the white Pikmin that I was looking for. Damn it. Alright, let's get this over here. McDonald's is a really popular brand sponsor in anime. Yes, it is. No, I'm not familiar with the French dub of Fist of the North Star where they tried to make it a kids show, but that sounds ridiculous. Here's another thing, as long as we're talking about Fist of the North Star for a second, I'd like to clear something up. So there's this guy on YouTube that does lost media videos. I don't remember his name, but he only talks about lost media. And he did a video talking about the Fist of the North Star movie that had a film reel go for sale recently. Now, nobody knows who bought this film reel of the Fist of the North Star movie. He seems to be under the impression that when the Fist of the North Star movie aired, yeah, blame it on George, right? Maybe it was someone else. I'm not entirely sure. He seems to be under the impression that the Fist of the North Star movie, when it went in theaters, was uncensored, right? And then later on, they censored it, like for VHS. I have never heard any evidence to that fact ever. if the Fist of the North Star movie ever aired uncensored in theaters, do you have any idea how many people are fans of Fist of the North Star in Japan? We would have like a blog of somebody saying, yes, this was censored when I saw it. That movie did Iron Man numbers. Okay? It did. You had like 1 million people saw that movie. You would have some evidence that it aired uncensored in theaters. In addition to that, now this is just speculation. I don't have proof of this either. The whole reason that they censored it when it aired in theaters was it was uncensored on the TV series was uncensored, and there were so many like parents complaining, writing into Toei about how there were exploding heads in their children's show, that they had to do like a rush job to censor the film reels to Fist of North Star movie before it even showed up in theaters. So there's no way that they showed that in theaters uncensored. The whole point of them censoring the Fist of North Star movie in the first place was so like parents wouldn't complain when it was in theaters. So I could be wrong, but I have never ever heard any evidence that shows that the Fist of North Star movie on a film reel ever even made its way uncensored to movie theaters. It's possible, it could have happened, but it doesn't make sense to me. The whole reason that they censored it was like, so when it was in theaters, it was censored. That's why you censor something. They wouldn't have been like, oh hey, we made the Fist of the North Star movie with a bunch of exploding heads, and then for like a week it was in theaters, and then they were like, oh whoops, oops, we put that was an oopsie on our part. We had a bunch of exploding heads. Better censor that later. It's not like they recalled it. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So I don't know. You know, that's one thing that I have a little bit of an issue with. I would love to be proven wrong, but I have never seen evidence that aired uncensored in Japan. Now, here's another thing. Immediately, people are going to say, well, why is there a slightly uncensored version of the movie on VHS in Italy, right? Because if you look it up, there's a VHS copy of that film in Italy that's slightly uncensored. And my current theory on that is they were working off of an unfinished version of the film for some reason. I don't know why they would use an unfinished version of the film in order to master the Italian version of the Fist of North Star movie, but you know, it's possible, you know, that there's like a unfinished film prints, because like when you look at the Italian version of that movie, there's parts of it that are not censored, right? That are less finished than the version that they aired in Japan, that is completely censored. So I think they were working off of like an unfinished version of the film, because like that's the only way that would make sense. So when I saw that video where they're like, oh hey, a film reel for the Fist of the North Star movie aired, you know, it went for sale. It was probably the uncensored version, you guys, and that just seems like wishful thinking, in my opinion. Okay, so what were you guys talking about? I kind of zoned out. Do you guys like lose like large tracts of time? Sometimes that happens to me. Let's see, you win some, you lose some. I would love to see like the person who, we don't even know who bought that film reel, but I doubt it was uncensored. It doesn't make any sense to me for that to be uncensored. Okay, hold on. Okay, what I need to do in order to get this thing, I need to lure it out. Okay. Whoop. There we go. And then you get behind it. That's how you beat these guys. There you go. Got it. What do you think of VTubers when I stay up late? Yeah. VTubers are okay. Like I said, I follow two of them. They're both like English-speaking VTubers, so I don't know if it counts. But Koopa Fortuna, fantastic entertainer, and Penelope Parabellum, I believe, is her channel. So, yeah, they're both good. And that one video that Corone did on Super Mario Brothers, you know, that's a classic. You know, fire in the water. Why? I love that. Hey, Kenny, I'm a new subscriber. That's about your age, and I've got some good news and bad news. Good news, I had VHS recordings of Lensman. What, like the TV show? Well, that's a rare thing. Did you live in Japan at the time? Bad news, I found out my dad tossed everything out. Oh, wow, that sucks. Well, that's how anime gets lost. you know? Even me, it's not like I have most of my tapes from the 1990s. A lot of them were lost in a flood. I mean, like, I lost so many things in a flood. Like, you would not believe. Like, baby pictures, family photos, things like that. Anime on VHS is just gone. But yeah, most of us just, like, threw away that stuff. Many such cases, yep. Okay, come on. Where am I supposed to be going here? Is there an item in here? Nope. Have I seen Maeterlinck no Aotori? I have not seen the full series of the show. No, never even heard of it. I have Robbie the Robot on VHS and Ninja the Wonder Boy. Well, I have Robbie the Robot. I don't have Ninja the Wonder... sorry, I have Ninja the Wonder Boy and Robbie the Robot, actually. Those are both really weird dubs. And I restored those recently for my own potential reviews. So, oh my god! Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I should throw those on the Internet Archive sometime. I don't know if those are lost media or not. I've got a feeling they're just like English dubs that nobody really cares about, so they're probably not lost media, but if they are, I should probably jump on that. I want an HD Blu-ray version of Adventures of Tom Sawyer. I only have a VHS. I think there's a Blu-ray of that in Japan. It's either Tom Sawyer or Huckleberry Finn. I don't remember what anime. Come on. Ah, you kidding me? You know what? It might be better to just bum rush this way. Because I'll lose a couple of Pikmin, but at least I'll be able to get that item over there. Alright, come on. Go, 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 go. Nope, look over here. Ah, got it. I watched an episode of Moomins with a dub over a dub. Yeah, Russia used to do that. They would take any dub that they could think of and they'll lower the volume and then speak Russian over that. It was very common. Are you gonna review Master World Theater stuff by Nippon Animation? Only if I'm allowed to. They're very protective of their properties at that company. Like, they don't even like you using screenshots from some of those anime. It's hard. Are there any special toy-selling anime that really stuck out to you? Well, like every magical girl anime, basically. Tapes can explode, so yes. Yeah, I've had that happen. It's not fun. Alright, let's see. Which way? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Apparently, the Russian dub of the game Kingpin was infamously crazy and full of swearing. I believe it. Ah, it's over here. Oh, wait, maybe I have to defeat this. Yeah, I gotta defeat this guy in order to, there we go. Yeah, there's no way to... He's holding an item. That's the problem. Come on. There we go. Go, 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 go. Come on! Ah! Come on, come on. I'm losing so many Pikmin! Come on! It's just one enemy! See, I can't be close to him, that's the problem. If I need to lure him out, there we go. And then you get behind him. Got it. Okay, I had VCD of Macross Flashback 2022 that I bought on eBay in 1999. That's a good deal. All right. Hopefully this this floor isn't too much further down. I'm starting to, let's see, Huff 400 from Electric Potato, Barefoot Gen was huge in the Soviet Union somehow. That's interesting. Because somebody told me for some reason like Shaman King is really, really popular in the Soviet Union, and I don't know why. Alright. Almost. When will you be a VTuber? Isn't this enough? Can't you imagine what I look like? Isn't my voice reaching you? Makes sense since Soviet Union was pushing anti-US stuff during the war. Maybe. It's like Saint Seiya is really the big in Mexico. Well, yeah, everybody knows that. I'm always interested in shows that are like really popular in just like one place for some reason. Huh. Okay, where is it? Where is this enemy? Okay, come on. Ah, it's in here. Alright. Come on. Any second now. There we go. Come on. There we go. Got it. Man, I love the way that thing falls apart. It looks exactly like, I don't know if that's intentional, but that looks like Goma or Gama, G-O-H-M-A from Ocarina of Time. All those Nintendo 64 Zelda games, like when an enemy would crumble apart, they all looked like that. I wonder if that's a carryover from that. Alright. Hey, we got the key. Alright, alright. Now this is the walk of victory. This little tiny key over here. Goma? Yeah. For some reason, these old games from Nintendo, anytime an enemy, like a boss, would crumble apart, it had a very distinct Nintendo 64 feel to it. Alright. Got it. The key! Okay, object seems familiar. I will combine it with the President's parallel dimension controller. Alert, sensors indicate a massive dimensional shift at a distant location. I'm receiving a message from a far-flung dimension. Displaying this message now. Challenge mode can now be accessed from the title menu. Awesome. It appears to be total gibberish. Hopefully the message has reached its intended recipient. Who knows who that was supposed to go to. I will name this apparently worthless device the key. Okay, there's another item in here, apparently. Look at that. See my meter? On the bottom right is going bonkers. So, do I have any white Pikmin? Let's see. Come on. There's probably something up here. It's either up here or over here. Give me a second. I need all 5 of these white Pikmin that I have. Now we gotta do a treasure hunt. Where is this item? Oh. I gotta throw it. Come on. There we go. Got it. Got him in the corner. What are you gonna do, son? Gotcha. Okay, now where was that item I was looking for? Okay. Okay. And it's either in this corner or on top of this thing. There we go. That's it. Just found Tom and Jerry Japanese dub. Japan really loves Hanna-Barbera stuff for some reason. I don't know why. You know, good taste, I guess. But they, even to this day, they just love, like, wacky races. You know, even shows like Tiny Toon Adventures, which are using, like, tons of, like, 1990s pop culture. They really love that stuff. Alright. Hopefully this is the last item here. Have I played or watched Danganronpa? I have not. I'm not really into visual novels all that much. Okay. Alright, and that was the very last item in this area. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close this out. I'm not leaving, don't leave. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to the Piclopedia, and then I'm gonna go over, see if I can look up maybe super chats or something like that, see if there's anything that I missed. Okay. Do. Ba ba ba. Okay, sunset. The only Hanna-Barbera properties that Japan likes is Tom and Jerry and Wacky Races. Okay, fine. They like those two shows then. Alright. And Piclopedia. There we go. Okay, so let me go ahead and it's weird I'm getting like more people watching the stream right as I'm closing it out. You guys are the best, you know that? Okay, let me see if there's any super chats or anything that I've missed. Analytics, stream health. There's gotta be a way to manually look up super chats, right? Ah, come on. Let's see. Monetization. Let's see. Supers. Okay. It's weird because, like, I can see them. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Now I can go over all the super chats. Let's see. Electric Potato. Let's see. Roar. Moogle Mecha. I'm just trying to find super chats that I haven't read. I'm pretty good at reading super chats. I don't see any that I haven't read. Let's see. Kenny in Space. And Kenny is about the anime that we allow away. I'm trying to find here. Okay, Roar says, I loved how you sounded on the verge of a mental breakdown by having to continue to try to make sense of Kentoshi. Yeah, it's basically the worst anime of all time. I mean, it's really up there. I would have to dig my own grave to find something worse than that. What else we got here? Latchland Williams says, where's the shrug option in your poll? Well, I didn't have it on there. Kami says, look around yourself and you'll see you were the anime the whole time. Thank you for the great stream, Kenny. Thank you very much, Kami. Rodrigo Santa Cruz for $5 says, is Corona your favorite retro gamer waifu? I think I already read that one. Let's see. Consider going to anime conventions to build an audience. Nah. The people at anime conventions, they're not into the anime that I'm into. They're into, you know, whatever just came out yesterday. What am I gonna do? Go to an anime convention and talk about, I don't know. What's behind me? What am I gonna do? Talk about, the English dub to, like, Charlotte Holmes? What am I gonna do? Talk about that? No one's gonna know what I'm talking about. Ham Tower Flowers says, hey Kenny, thanks for always making enjoyable content. Times have been stressful, but I'm glad that I came to this stream. It's improved tonight's mood. Well, thank you very much, Ham Tower Flower. What else we got here? Yeah, so Ross Wolf says, I'm up for a collaboration. Don't know what I could contribute. Just let me know. Halo the Break says, hey, I like your content and humor. Here's 5 Canadian pesos to encourage you. I'm also a Ross fan. Wish video game conversation, let's see, conservation was taken more seriously. Yeah, just conservation of anything is really hard. I mean, whether it's a book or a music, album or something like that. Not a lot of people into conservation these days. Banana Shrimp donated with a super chat sticker. Derb donated $5. I like that it looks like a moving manga. I like that it looks like a moving manga. Anything else that you can recommend like that? Not really, but I'm really looking forward to the new Junji Ito Uzumaki adaptation, because at least from the trailers, that looks exactly like a manga. Do I like Dead Leaves? It's an okay OVA. If you haven't seen the, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and plug a review for Dead Leaves, because I'm subscribed to somebody who's actually reviewed that. Hang on. Let me look up a decent review of Dead Leaves for you. Okay, doing a search. Dead Leaves. According to 4 Face Buttons, which I subscribe to on YouTube, they believe Dead Leaves is like an 8 out of 10. I would give it more like a 7. I think 8 out of 10 is overselling Dead Leaves. It's good. It ain't that good. It's good, it's not very good. 7.5 tops, I would say, on Dead Leaves. It's very stylish, but it doesn't leave a very long-lasting impression on me. I wouldn't, want to sit down and watch Dead Leaves again over, Fooly Cooly. You know what I mean? Local Disc says, I wanted this donation to be put towards a Kenny Lauderdale OVA production that mimics bad anime, like how Red Letter Media does movies sometimes. Maybe at some point. No promises. Give Ann and Alt says, people like me also, it's existential talking about people not knowing what things are hundreds of years from now. And playing Pikmin 2, go to Blockbuster and get a VHS. Lucas Martinez says, where's your dream anime US Blu-ray? Answered that one already. Ibu donated $5. You talking about anime? You talking about this angers me, like the DBZ broadcast audio and the Mega Man X storyboards. Yeah, that's gone. What can you do? We need anime about finding lost anime. Local Disc donated a 50 KRK. I don't know what that is. The Venn diagram of bad anime. Yeah, if I do a video like that, it's got to be the Bermuda Triangle of lost anime. Something like that. David Luis says, how would a human being be so morally and ethically bankrupt to animate those videos? Those are some of the most despicable things that I've ever seen. Yeah, Kentoshi was something. It was something. It was indescribable. What else we got here? Kenny, why did Japan make so much messed up OVAs in the 1980s and the 1990s, like Wrath of the Overfiend, Bible Black, Genocyber, etc.? Those were direct to video, so believe it or not, there was a market for that kind of thing. It wasn't aired on TV, so they didn't need to censor any of that. Pretty standard answer. It's the same reason that the B-movie horror part of movies exists in the first place. The VHS market facilitated crazy stuff like that. What else? Ellen Yaya says, Kenny, what would be your reaction if you found out your home planet was just destroyed? Read that one already. Nintendo Wii donated $5. When most anime YouTubers say that they like old anime, they usually mean anime made before 2010, no older than 2000. Yeah, did you know that the world before 2000, it doesn't exist? It doesn't exist. The first year was the year 2000, and everything before that, I'm just an AI. I don't exist either, apparently. Sorry to hear about your teeth, bro, for $20 from Al Hazan. Well, when you get older, it's, your whole body just falls apart, and YouTube doesn't pay dental. So, what can you do? Can you please keep making content and keep doing the scholarly work that you do? Well, I'll try my best. George E. for $14 says, videos with footage and thumbnails that you can't use due to YouTube shenanigans, would original versions be possible on platforms like Floatplane? I've thought about being on other websites, but it's like it's trying to squeeze water out of a rock for a lot of these websites. I could technically upload my videos on a bunch of other platforms, but YouTube is basically it. This is where people are, and maybe I'll start up a Twitch, maybe. Outside of that, what is there though? Like TikTok? What am I gonna start up a TikTok website all of a sudden? At some point you just kind of you're like, okay, I'm spread as far as I can. Maybe Twitch, maybe. Calcium donated $10 Canadian, saying, I literally have not stopped thinking about Ava for the past decade, and I feel like there's a lot of uncovered ground, not gonna lie. I also have some fake Canadian fun bucks. Well, thank you very much for your fake money, sir. Pungle Palm donated 5, says, hey man, love your content, keep up the good work, thank you very much. Dopey Dragon donated $2. Collab with Marty, do a Galvion video. Maybe if the Lonely Chaser wants to actually start doing reviews, I wouldn't mind doing a collaboration. If there's anybody that deserves to get more YouTube subscribers, it's Marty McFlies. ADub64 for $5. Well, Cage the Elephant did say there ain't no rest for the wicked. Spiral Overlord for $5 says I sent a $20 super chat that was missed. I was a bit mushy. It was a bit mushy, but it really adds nothing. Keep up the good work, dude. I will try to find it if it's in here. Thank you very much, Spiral Overlord. I'm too popular. Too popular for my own good. That's the problem. It's hard to get to everybody, but yeah, thank you very much. There we go. Spiral Overlord for $20. This is the super chat. Holy crap, I have not seen you do a live stream in ages, Kenny. Keep the quality, comfy videos up. They make me nostalgic for my childhood anime watching experience with my old man. Well, you know, really, anime, it goes over the language barrier. It goes over every barrier, really. No matter where you're from or how old you are, there's an anime for everybody. So, yeah, treasure those memories. You know, what can I say? A little bit mushy, but I'm a little bit mushy too myself. Jack K for $5 says, perfect length for a video is 10 years. Stops you from having to make any choices. Well, you know, I guess, you know, the all video would be 10 years long. You'd never stop watching it. Anime that you can rewatch plenty of times, and I love this channel. Kino's Journey is my go-to for just relaxing and reflecting on life. A lot of philosophy to be learned in that. Ross Wolf for $5 says, how many patrons do you need before you do more Sukeban videos? I don't even want to put a number on it. It's like 3 times as much as what I have right now. That would cover all my utilities. Hopefully I would have some sort of nest egg if some kind of health problem happens. And I'd probably be able to get my teeth sorted out at that point. Acid Whistle says for $10, good news on the teeth. Glad that you are better. Also lost one in 2021. Yeah, it sucks. Your body just like falls apart. Mikey X says, well, Kenny, it's been 3 years and like I foretold, the algorithm picked you up. Well, it did a while ago. Happy to see the come up. Keep it up. All I gotta do is keep making good videos. It's not that hard. I just gotta keep pumping them out. I'm gonna try and do videos more often. Right now, every 3 weeks. That's not that bad. I don't know if I'll be able to maintain that, but we'll see. And somebody donated $1.23 lost ship through Super Chat. No donation message whatsoever. Okay, well, I'm going to close out this stream. It'll be part of the, there's a playlist on my main YouTube page. All you have to do is go down a little. I know it's not the first thing you see. Go down a little. There's a playlist of old live streams. You can look up this stream, and maybe we'll continue this another time. Pikmin 2 sure is a fun, interesting, relaxing game, isn't it? All right, well, I will see you guys later. New video in a couple of weeks, hopefully. Take care.